Let's get to it. Let's do it. Shout out to B Souls. I'm about to hit 3 holes. The A, B, and C gap. See, B Souls, stop. Hey,
What? Say anything?
This is another special stream we got going on. Some of those extra content sprinkles. We bringing this out for the sub. We can only. I don't know how to say this any other way, but we're only doing this for the subs. This is the next 25.
Ooh.
Is that dramatic? The next 25. Ooh. You know who I got beside me? It's B Souls himself, Benjamin, Brian, Baranis.
Oh my! Yo, you really got chat calling me Benjamin, bro. I'm mad at you, bro.
Yeah,
they're really calling me Benjamin, bro. Hey,
bitches souls.
Oh man, what's up, y'all? Welcome to a special stream. If you follow us on Twitch, you're literally watching this live. But if you're on YouTube, you're cool too. But you're gonna get this a little bit delayed. You know what I'm saying?
You're cool, but you could be cooler if you followed and subscribed to the Twitch. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And what you get
could be a cool bro.
Oh
Stop. Okay.
Stop. What you get when you're the coolest, like Cool Bro and Cardiac, from subscribing is the ability to be on these streams and contribute. So we pulled an audible. Sage said he's on the way. Damo said nothing. But what that means is we get to pull the audible. We get to pull up some of our subscribers, and that is Cool Bro and Cardiac. Cardiac, how you doing tonight?
I'm chilling, blessed and highly flavored.
Highly flavored. Yo, take a shower, bro. Take a shower if you're highly flavored. Oh man.
I mean, that's not like you sticky, low key.
You stink, bro.
Cool bro. How you doing, my boy? Good answer.
Oh, sorry, I'm setting up my stuff. I'm doing pretty good. I just got out of work 3 hours ago.
Work? Sound like jail to me. Don't know nothing about it.
This is my last week though.
These non-entrepreneurs, man.
You finna quit your job?
New one.
Oh. You got it like that. Listen, while Cool Bro is setting this up, B Souls, I think he has that template up.
All right.
Actually, I don't even talk about that. Yeah, man, y'all see the sub goal. Man. Make sure y'all sub up. I will quit this shit. I will get a job wherever Cool Bro's working. I will quit this podcast stuff. I hate this stuff.
You want to get a job at Kroger?
Yeah, I'll work there. I swear I will. Cause this ain't cutting it. This is not cutting it. But B Souls has the template up. He has the list from 97, I believe. 97 is really 96 is when they ended segregation. So that's when basketball started becoming relevant. This is I guess a relevant list, but ultimately it's got some people from the black and white era, and there's been some new great talent. So we need to make the next 20.
Next 25. Ooh, shout out to CMB for the gifted, Mr. Trinidad for the gifted as well. Just to give some more context on what we're doing, like Omar said, in 1997. They did a top 50 all-time list. The closest thing we have to an official top 50 all-time list. For the NBA's 50th anniversary. A lot of black and white players on here, you know what I'm saying? Bill Sharman, I'll tell you right now, he's not staying on there. He's not staying on there.
Ultra soft?
He said a lot of black and white players.
I'm talking about like the footage. You know what I'm saying? My bad. The wording wasn't there.
Racist, bro.
Oh my god. But yes, this is from 1997, and this is inspired by Open Court. They did a similar segment to this where they did like the next 10. We're gonna take a little step further, further into the next 25. So on the left of the screen, we're gonna be, creating our pool of players. And then by the end of the stream, we're just going to be crossing out names. Like, you're going to get replaced by the people in the pool. So, my man's is thirsty. What?
Hey, I think we need to jump right into it. Let's get this conversation out the way because I know it's going to be a topic of issue. Is Kobe a part of this next 25?
I'm running him down right now, bro. We're not.
You got him. You got it.
Is Kobe a part of the next 25?
To me, is.
I don't know. We letting inefficiency be a part of the next 25. I don't know.
Is
Cool, bro,
Luka?
that is not how you drink water.
Is Luka a part of the top 25?
In a harder era to score.
Can we knock out the obvious ones first? Like,
No, for real. So Kobe. Stop me if there's any disagreements. Kobe. Stop me if there's any disagreements. Kobe.
Oh wow.
If there's any disagreements, stop me. Kobe.
I hate this dude.
Okay. LeBron, of course.
Stop.
Kevin Durant. Stop. Kevin Durant. Tim Duncan's not on that list.
Oh my god, I'm writing down, bro. Stop.
That's what I'm saying. I thought you were writing it down. KG is not on that list. Dirk isn't on that list.
Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade. Jeff Teague.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Yeah. You gotta be up there.
Allen Iverson.
Got a couple more names to name before him.
Allen Iverson. I thought.
Yeah, he's up
Okay,
there.
He gonna end up on there, but like, let's
Steph Curry. Steph Curry.
Yeah, Steph Curry.
Vince Carter.
Okay, now I can put.
I feel like you're reaching too much.
This motherfucker bringing up Vince Carter. Okay, I'll put down Allen Iverson.
I'll do another one. Giannis.
I guess.
Are you saying you guessed the Giannis? Hey, shout out to the 122 here. Shout out to the 122, but I swear we need 122 subs. Giannis, of course. So what is that? Where are we at now? That's 10 off rip, right? Oh, Steve Nash, Jason Kidd.
Did we say Dirk already?
Yeah, we said Dirk.
Steve Nash, Jason Kidd. Hold on.
Kawhi.
So we got Kobe, LeBron, KD. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12.
Did you say KG?
Yeah.
Kevin Wayne Garnett is on there, indeed. Is Hakeem?
Okay.
Hakeem was on the old one, right? Hakeem was
They
on the
said
old one.
Dwight. They said Dwight in chat. That's
Okay, Dwight. I'm not gonna lie though. Dwight is like a. To me, that Dwight is a.
He'd be borderline. Like he'd be at the 45, 50 mark anyway. So let's see if we can name more players before Dwight. That's all I'm saying.
Tony Parker.
Chris Paul?
Oh, Chris Paul.
Oh, yeah, Chris Paul.
Chris Paul.
Yo, Cardiac, why'd you say Tony Parker like that, bro? What's good, Sage? What's good?
Are we seriously about to have a conversation about Tony Parker being top 75?
No, we're not
Jonathan
adding.
Parker?
We're not adding 25. Like we're essentially making a top 50 Cardiac. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, that's a lot better.
So we got, is Chris Paul on there? Yes or no?
Chris Paul is on there. Shout out to Med for the 5 get them, man. Appreciate it. Kawhi. We can put Kawhi on there. Kawhi.
I think the Cool Bro does not say one that we were missing.
I said Giannis.
Giannis I put on there. James Harden. I think that's
James
good.
Harden.
Harden. James Harden.
Russell Westbrook.
That's what I was gonna say. Russell Westbrook. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking.
Yo, Sage. Chat saying De'Aaron Fox.
I still can't believe he's a Laker.
Shut the fuck up with the De'Aaron Fox. Shut up, nigga.
Jerry West. Jerry West has to be on here. Yeah, he's right.
Jerry West is on there.
He's right there. Yo, this
okay, so it sounds like we've already come to the like these are dead ass for sure already on this list. Like there's no, and I'm pretty sure we're missing somebody from the early 2000s. I feel like somebody's gonna try to bring up
here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like somebody's gonna bring up Paul Pierce or Tracy McGrady or something like that. But I don't necessarily believe these guys. I mean, they might have a conversation.
Kyrie, I just saw 2 Kyries in the chat.
Yo, I saw 4.
Wait, what's going on? What's going on? Catch me up.
All right, so in 1997, NBA did a top 50, the official top 50. We're coming up with the next 25 that we're gonna essentially replace players in the top 50 with. So by the end of the stream, we should have a top 50 list with no order. Long story short.
Should we say Jokic?
So 25 players that will be on the 97 list that aren't on the 97 list, basically.
Yeah. Or that should have been if it was made today type shit.
Oh, shit. Well, should have been Jokic. Put Jokic on this fucking list.
God damn, already?
Yeah.
Hold on.
I'm
Put Jokic on this list.
If you want to look at
Yeah,
the list, it's on the Twitch. But
Yeah, I'm looking right
Kyrie
now.
chat, oh man, Kyrie.
Jokic is one of the
No
great
cap.
offensive bigs of all time already. Arguably the best offensive one. Put him on the list.
No cap, if y'all gonna put Jokic on here, I'm gonna vouch for C-Web.
Huh?
All right. Oh my god. Okay.
I'm serious.
I know you are, and that's a sad part. That's a sad part.
Omar's muted.
I'm muted over here. And matter of fact, it's crazy that I was muted and you knew exactly what I was talking about. So I feel like C-Web is in that Tracy McGrady, Vince Carter, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen range. So I feel like there's a conversation that needs to be had about him. But I wouldn't just... Was David Robinson on that list?
Yeah.
If Shaq
By 97.
was-
Yeah. Yeah, he was definitely on there.
Yeah. What about this? We have a list of
I'm going to
like
start scratching
definite...
off names. Michael Jordan has to go.
Oh my god, this is right here. That I was just about to get to that. So we already have a
can't
definite...
believe-
Wait, 1 sec. We already have definite players that should be in there. I think before we move on to the iffy range, we should start crossing out players right now and start replacing them. Does that sound
Hold on,
fair?
before we get to that, Luca?
All right.
Okay, moving on. Okay.
No.
So,
How are we moving on?
Luka's
Right,
better
Omar?
than Luka's better than Paul Arizin or whoever the fuck this guy is on this list. I'm not gonna lie to you.
so it sounds like Paul Arizon's getting the fuck
He
out of
just
here.
started at the top of the list. I can't believe
with Paul Arizin.
Hell no.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Let's
is
start
Jokic he's part of the definitive should be in there, or are we saving that? Because Dwight Howard still isn't on there. Isn't on
he's
there.
the conversation.
Put
Oh,
Dwight
it's
on
okay.
there.
Put Dwight there. Yeah, put Dwight
Yeah,
there.
Dwight got to be on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did thought you put Dwight on there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dwight there. Like
Wait.
that.
Oh no, we have to Duncan. Okay, so the pool so far is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we need to cross out 18 players on the right side. 18 players on the right side. So Paul Arizin, you were going, bro. I'm sorry. That's one.
Facts.
Bill Sharman, you're gone. I'm sorry.
You're gone, bro.
I'm sorry.
We have to have a conversation about Bill Walton. We gotta.
And we do. Listen, if you're a player who played in the era where your black teammate had to sit at a different part of the restaurant after the game than you did, you need to get off this list. So I that includes like Elgin Baylor.
Oh my god. Okay. Let's start with Dave Bing. Jesus Christ.
Sense.
Jesus Christ.
Dave Bing gotta go.
Billy Cunningham, you gotta.
I'm
You're
about
out.
to get on my what's that TikTok page that be slandering the old guys? Listen, these guys wouldn't even stand a chance against the G League Unite. All right, or Ignite.
All right.
I can't even pronounce that.
God.
name.
G League Unite.
Did you see Jalen Green in the offseason? I mean, in the summer league, Jalen Green is dead ass cooking Elgin Baylor. Like, I don't know why we're avoiding it. If you don't take Elgin Baylor,
I know exactly what fucking TikTok you're talking about.
Yeah, and I believe when they talk, I believe everything they say. Put Imani Bates versus Elgin Baylor. What's gonna happen?
Imani.
But that's not what this list is about, bro. Chill
That's
out.
not
just-
what we're doing.
I'm just asking. I'm asking you, and the answer is he needs to get off that list.
Okay, let's. Jesus Christ.
How about Earl the
I don't know
Pearl?
what Imani Bates is gonna do if that man Elgin just pounds the ball post up and spins on it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Or decides to average 22 rebounds again.
Look at those.
let's do it.
Anyway,
So we got Paul
Baylor
Arizin
has
out of here.
tough.
Dave Bing is out of here. Bill Sharman is out of here. Billy Cunningham is out of here. Dave DeBuscher, can I take him out?
get him out of here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hal Greer, taking him out.
You know who to take off.
Okay. All right.
Lenny Wilkins.
No cap. I'm joking. I don't know.
Now Lenny Wilkins is a Hawks legend. Now don't.
Oh man,
Uh,
I
that's-
ain't better
that's the
than
line?
Bartholomew.
Bartholomew.
Dolph Shags.
Who the fuck is that?
Shaves?
I don't know. He's on the
Jesus Christ.
shaves.
Dolph Shags is crazy, bro. Earl the Pearl, get the fuck out. I'm sorry.
Bezos, how you skip John Havlicek, Elvin Hayes? How you skip them? How you
Elvin
skip
Hayes stayed.
Michael Jordan?
Those are people that might be in the top 50. What are you talking about?
The Big
Michael.
E? The Big E? Tiny Archibald? Them boys stay.
Did you get Nate Thurmond out of here?
Nate Thurmond can't get out of here, bro.
Nate Thurmond looks like a top 50 player. No cap.
Okay, so how many people did you scratch off?
Hold on. So this is 4, 9. And we need to scratch off 18.
You have people curging about Earl the Pearl, but it's just one nigga. So now.
Somebody said Hondo top 50. Listen here,
Hondo
Dad.
is top 50.
Listen here, Dad.
What you all the Celtics legends, y'all listening to Bill Simmons tell you about how Hondo was playing. Hondo, I seen one time Hondo came down the court, dribbled right, and then dribbled more right, and then dribbled right again, and then he took a right hand layup. Oh my God.
Yo, Eli, come up here, bro. Come up here, bro. He already going crazy because we scratched off Nate Thurmond, bro.
I mean, it's gonna be that one person I cry about every fucking name on here, but then simultaneously we gotta add names on here, so it's gonna be like, you know what?
Nah, let me get advanced stats Eli in here, man. We need some toxicity in here, man. A little bit.
Nate Thurmond surpasses Kawhi Leonard, bro. It's gonna be shit like this. Gonna be shit like that, bro. So.
Be honest though, for real. No funny shit. And I know Eli's on the way here, but without looking, does anybody know what team Nate Thurmond played for?
The Warriors.
That's
pretty easy.
Cool, bro. Did you know that? Did you know he played for the Warriors?
Wait, did we already move Eli? Oh,
yeah, Eli's right here. Is that a yes? I'm assuming that's a yes. So Eli, what's the Nate Thurmond cape for, man? What's the argument?
All I'm saying is that, when it comes to defense in the 60s, it's Bill Russell, Will Chamberlain, and then it's Nate Thurmond. Like
that is true.
That's not good. But guess what? Nate Thurmond over anybody on the left. Talk to me.
I'm just trying to see who like there's people on the list that I think you could argue he's over. Like just depends on how the list is shaping up.
Eli, you gotta fix him up.
Nate Thurmond over anybody.
First of all, wait, real quick. Eli, your penis is on the mic, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to say, boy, you.
I think I physically broke my mic. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's physically broken. But
Eli, I will email you headphones. Unplug it. Just unplug it. I think you'd be better off just unplugging whatever you got going on. Unless you're on your computer.
I can't do that, brother.
But chat, let alone Eli. Like I'm saying, the notorious Nate Thurmond that we're slandering, name someone on the left that Nate Thurmond is better than. And we'll have a discussion about it.
All right.
Say Dwight.
Let's not stick on Nate Thurmond. Dolph Shays, are we taking Dolph Shays out of here? All right, Eli, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to move you down, bro. Holy shit.
Dolph Ziggler?
Dolph Ziggler. Holy shit.
Get Eli and this robot ass mic out of here, nigga. Get you a Yeti.
Dolph Shays.
Do we take off Jerry Lucas?
Silence from chat stands. Yeah, that nigga Nate's gone.
Jerry Lucas is he even on here? Oh yes, he is top here.
Yeah. Dave Cowens.
Will said, "How do we?"
Bezos, are you able to pull up your thing on the Discord stream?
Yeah, but my upload speed isn't the best. So.
Okay.
Somebody said Jerry Lucas can go. Jerry Lucas did just go. He did just go.
Hal Greer?
Hal Greer is already gone. He's already gone.
Okay.
Okay, so what are we looking? What I'm asking you is, what number are we looking at as far as players who have gone?
Right now we're just pointing out the people that are like obviously not fucking.
Yeah.
It looks like we got 11. We got 11.
I'm saying, what's the count? 11 gone, and how many coming in?
18 from the left.
Okay.
These are
we need to
odd
get 18.
ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep. So we need 7 more. 7 more to scratch off. Shout out to
Sam Jones.
Sam
Jones. The conversation about Sam Jones.
How much is Nate Archibald staying?
Sam
I'm
Jones
taking Nate Archibald before Sam Jones.
Tiny stays.
Bezos,
I'm not. They're both Celtics players. Shout out to Mitt for the 5 good. Shout out. Never mind. Go ahead.
Nate played 3 seasons as the Celtic, bro. Like, stop, bro. Stop. Please stop.
That's literally why that's like the pinnacle of his career.
What?
Is it not? Am I bugging?
No.
I might be wrong.
Sacramento is where he.
Oh, okay. I'm bugging.
Yeah.
My bad, cardiac. God. Okay.
But even with that, Nate Archibald, look at the left. Who is Nate Archibald debatable with on the left? If
I don't know.
anybody.
There was
Jason
one year,
Kidd?
Sage. There was
Jason
one
Kidd.
year Nate Archibald averaged 34 points and 11 assists. He led the league in
Points
scoring
and
and
assists.
assists.
That's what I'm saying.
He's one of the.
That's-
He's the only player to do that. I think scoring in
Yeah,
assists.
the only player.
All right.
Playing
so
46
Nate
minutes.
Archibald is a big shaky. Obviously.
Sam Jones has to go. Sam Jones has to go.
I'd probably say Sam Jones likely is out of here.
All right, let's get Sam Jones.
I just looked at Sam Jones's picture. He is ugly in the face.
Rick Barry,
Rick Barry stays. Wes Unseld can go. One more.
really?
Yeah.
Unseld over Rick Barry?
Really? Whoa.
Bro, he won
team of
Rookie of the
God.
Year. He won Rookie of the Year and MVP. Look up the numbers he put in his rookie year, bro.
What's Unseld?
Yeah. Read it
He's
off,
putting up, like,
Cardiac. Read off.
Wasn't it like 15 and 15? No, I don't have it pulled up, but I'm guessing like
I got
15
you,
and
I
15.
got you.
Hassan Whiteside numbers. That's what it was, man. Hassan Whiteside.
In his rookie
So-
year,
Same shit as Bill.
13.8 and 18.
Sam Jones is
and
better
then
than
I
Dwight
think-
Howard. Yeah, pack Sam Jones up, bro.
That sounded like Bill Russell numbers, no cap.
That sounds like DeAndre Ayton numbers.
Oh shit.
Damn, he won Rookie of the Year and MVP. Basketball was trash back then.
A lot of people did that though. Like up until Larry, they were doing that, and honestly, Larry could have won MVP.
I'll say this before Wes
They were
Unseld. I'll scratch off Robert Parrish before Wes Unseld.
That's unthinkable to happen now. That's crazy. Like if LaMelo won Rookie of the Year and MVP.
Okay, we
Robert
can scratch.
Parrish.
You know what
Robert
could be a
Parrish.
lot easier? We could, if possible, you could like put some of the players on the left, highlight them in the green or something, and just swap them there now.
We could,
No,
but I feel like
because-
it'd be cool to see as well, to see exactly who we scratched off type shit.
All right, so now we really getting into the nitty gritty. We still got
Dave
Nate Archibald
Cohen's, hey,
on
that's
there.
actually a good point. Why is Dave Cohen's there?
I don't know why Dave Cowens is on this list.
Oh,
Because Bezos, I'm gonna tell you why. Bezos has Celtics bias,
Oh my god.
and that's the only reason why some of these Celtic legends are on this list.
I'm starting to see because I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Look, I know who the fuck. Oh, you already highlighted Sam.
Yeah.
Does Frazier stay?
Dave, get the fuck up on out of here.
Dave and Kuzi? Are we saying that? Dave and Bob Kuzi?
I think Kuzi stays.
Kuzi
For
might
now.
stay. Yeah, the chill
For
on
now.
Kuzi. Kuzi might stay.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
Rick Barry's kind of
Ricky Barry.
I call that nigga Ricky. Yeah, right.
Okay. Dave Cowens is out.
Malone's- Both Malones are likely there. I think Moses is underrated. Pete.
They're definitely there. 100%.
Yeah. I'm just naming through. Relax.
Dave Cowens played like
James
6
Worthy.
sevens, bro.
James Worthy.
I didn't
might
want to say
go.
it, but James Worthy.
He might go.
Definitely
Whoa!
Oh, here comes the Laker fan.
Ooh,
Here comes the Laker fan.
Hold on.
I gotta say this. I gotta say
Here
this.
comes the Laker
His-
fan.
Who on the left am I taking over James Worthy? I'm being so serious. I'm taking all of them.
I'm taking all of them as well, bro.
I'm being very honest.
Wait, cool, bro. What were you gonna say? What were you gonna say before I say that?
I ain't gonna cap.
James Worthy is great, but his MVP, his finals MVP, kind of feels like Iguodala.
Oh man.
I didn't think he was gonna make a point, but
And
Hold
compare
on.
his career
Before
to
we-
Dave Cowens' trash ass. And Dave Cowens has a better career.
And I have no
I'm
Lakers
sorry.
bias even.
listen. Wait, before we take off James Worthy, just off the muscle. Let me see who else, because there needs
If
to be.
we- I feel like-
Okay.
Hold on. I feel like if we're taking off James Worthy, we got to take out Elgin Baylor.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
I don't believe so.
I don't understand.
I don't get that.
Elgin Baylor was like a top 5 player in the 60s. One of the greatest resumes of all time. Made it to the finals like 9 times as a second or first best player. Those two are
We're
not
getting
the same.
toxic.
Yeah.
Once he retired, they won.
I don't know what Elgin did to y'all, but
I'm
like,
saying.
He played in 50.
Yeah, this dude
Bro.
was putting up like 30
played
and
in-
20 some seasons.
This
Come
dude
on,
had
bro.
50.
This
Come
dude
on.
had
He
the
played in
70-point
50.
game. If we just talking about one game type of shit, like
Damn, this nigga averaged 38 one year. Cool, bro. I don't know.
That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
I'm saying.
bro.
And you know what? Since I'm a sub for Dom, and he was a loser, lost 9 times in the finals. As soon as he retired, the Lakers won the championship.
boy.
He has a point.
With the same team.
Head ass. Yeah.
Look,
Anyway, Bob Cousy might.
I want to say Bob Cousy. Can we talk?
Bob Cousy might go.
The Laker that's really
I'm
on
fine
the
with Bob
shelf.
Cousy. I'm fine with Bob Cousy.
The Laker that's really on the shelf for me is George Mikan.
Oh, why we still got George Mikan up here?
He played 7 years. Granted, he averaged like 28.
Okay, well, hold on. George Mikan or Jokic?
Jokic.
Jokic.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, get George Mikan out of here. Get George Mikan out of here.
I would say I'm not gonna fight for Mikan too badly. I know George Mikan's a great name, chat, but looking at the left, bro, it's at best debatable if one or two names. He's likely gone.
He's just known as like a pioneer.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
At best one or two names, he'd probably go anyway.
Get Bob Pettit. Why is Bob Pettit still up here? I didn't know
Bob
that.
Pettit might be there.
Because we need somebody from racism basketball.
My
We
God.
need
Okay,
somebody.
well, I'm not doing that goofy shit. But James Worthy can go.
That's not goofy. Them niggas is racist. Dog. What you want me to say?
Hey, you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong.
So James Worthy can go? Is that what I heard?
I wasn't disagreeing with you. I was talking about Guardian saying we got one from here.
B-Souls, stop. If you don't, you took George Mikan off, right?
Yes.
Did you take Bob Pettit off?
I can take him off.
Let me
but
look
I
up
think y'all are sleeping on
Worthy's
this career. I think y'all are sleeping on this career, man.
Wait,
No,
I
I
gotta
just
check
looked
out
it up.
Willis Reed.
He dead played in the era where there was like 8 teams, bro. I don't care about that. I don't care about when there was 8 teams. There
Wait,
might have been 4 teams.
when did Worthy win Finals MVP?
85? That's a guess.
Big game, James. I'm not gonna
So
lie.
let me just establish. We're talking about whole careers, right? Like we're not just talking about like better type shit, right? We're talking about whole careers.
Yeah, we're talking.
Bro, impact counts as well, right?
You're factoring everything, yeah.
Okay.
Willis Reed didn't even have the most monster stats in the era of like the 60s for him to be on this list comfortably.
Yeah, I want to see Willis and James, and I'm probably willing to just talk and make sure that the names on the left are truly better.
Okay, we can. Because Cardiac's right. Willis Reed is looking like Kevin Love. So we can get Willis Reed out there. I looked at James Worthy. I love James Worthy. We can get James Worthy out of there. We definitely have to get, if George Mikan and Bob Pettit are still on this list, both of them got to go.
Basketball Reference needs to step it up. They don't have
Bob
his Finals
Cousy?
MVP.
Are we getting rid of Bob Cousy?
Oh no, there it is. Okay, 97, 98, 88.
So I would probably say so. I feel like
Oh,
there's
88.
arguably better. There's arguably better names that are ready.
87, 88 is when he won his Finals MVP.
Because I think
what was his
Cousy
stat?
and Bob
That was
Pettit
the
are like
last
very
one.
comparable.
So
we got to get rid of Bob Cousy. I'm looking at it too.
Bob
Or his stats
Cousy.
cool, bro, from that.
in the regular season, he averaged, let me see,
Probably like 21.
19.7. So 20 in the regular season, he averaged 20. There's so much stats. I don't be going on Basketball Reference like that.
John is there.
Let me back
So
you up.
Are you talking about John?
So 25 and 4. In the playoffs, it was 23.6, 5 and 5 and 3. But those are like half.
In the finals, he only averaged 22, 7, and 4.
Yeah, but that was just the total playoffs.
Who was that against though? In the finals,
Pistons.
But I know he had like a really good game 6. What was it? Game 5?
big game, James. Listen, all right. So James Worthy can go. I'm not gonna lie.
Let me ask y'all this: Is Pete Maravich, is he over Bob Pettit? Like Pete Maravich. If we're just talking about NBA careers, I don't know. Pete Maravich is kind of shaky. If we're just talking about NBA.
Oh, he's just.
I'm taking Kyrie over Pete Maravich. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't think he ever played in the ABA. Did he?
Yeah, he did.
No, but he had a
Oh, no, he
really
didn't. No, he
short
didn't.
career. I'm pretty sure.
But I feel like Pete
'Cause
was
he died
just better
prematurely.
than him, though. I feel like Pete was just.
Pete Maravich. Let me tell you, he had in Atlanta. He had 1 year where he averaged 28. He had 1 year where he averaged 31, and then right after that he averaged 27. But like B-Soul said, his career goes.
I guess Pete.
His
He
career
had a
goes
9-year
down
peak?
very, very fast.
He had a 9-year peak.
Nigga, he had a 9-year career. Fuck.
He had an 11-year career. No, 10.
The
He had a
fact is
9-year
debatable.
peak.
Put it this way: the fact it's debatable, and y'all are stamping Bob to be out. I would say fucking Pete can go. If y'all are stamping that Bob Pettit's for sure out, you probably have to because
Let me real quick because I do.
Okay, well, we already have
I agree
18
with
scratched
Sage
off.
saying.
I'll just say that right now. Without Pete Maravich
I
scratched
agree with
off,
what
we have
Sage
18.
is saying. I agree with what Sage is saying. Bro, Pete Maravich plays 81 games his first year. 66, 79, 76, 79, 62, 73, 50, 49, 43, 17, 26. Bro ain't never really played basketball for
That's not a 9-year peak, bro. First of all, that whole 9-year peak is his career, and like half of that he was injured. He had a 5-year career in cardiac.
I'm just saying he averaged 20 for like 9 years, basically. 20,
Yeah, and
25
like
and what,
20...
4? 25 and 4.
Put it this way, bro. And someone in the chat
Sounds like just an all-star.
There's probably more names that we left off, like on the left side type shit. So that's why I'm like, I'm not hesitant to highlight more red because it's like the chances that they're gone are pretty high. So,
Yeah, if you have names, people got to go.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, on the left side, we didn't even put him down. Put Dominique Wilkins down. Put respect on Dominique Wilkins. Put Dominique Wilkins down.
Oh yeah.
Because if niggas like Pete Maravich is on this list and Dominique Wilkins isn't on this list,
because we haven't even tackled the subject of pure talents either, like AD, Luca. Like we haven't even judged Dame. Like we haven't talked about are we putting names like those or not yet. So
I think putting Luka now would be the equivalent of when they put Shaq. Like you'll be like, what is he doing?
And to be honest with you,
I mean, how opposed are you to that? That's the question. Yeah, that's the question. How opposed are you?
I'm not.
Hey,
I'm hella not.
Because like, what are we about to do? Sit here and lie like Luka? I mean, obviously resume matters, but are we about to lie like Luka's not clearly better than half this list, or are we gonna just wait?
Dominique Wilkins isn't that good. Somebody said Dominique Wilkins isn't that good. Y'all need to stop. Y'all ain't.
I mean,
well, there's
Dominique is literally one of the only cases where, granted, Kevin Durant came back from that Achilles, but like he was the only. Yeah, they're the only players where their production didn't drop off at all after they suffered those Achilles injuries.
That's to do with the legend. That doesn't have to do with like how good he actually
I'm about
was.
to say that's just a feel good first take narrative. No, respectfully, that's just like, bro,
like there's a reason
that's nice, but they ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about for real. Like
there's a reason why he was drafted in '85. This list was made in '97, and he's now on this list.
Yeah.
Because since he's never won a title, like that's literally like the only thing like everybody knows him for. So yeah, I agree.
Okay, so we going Luka?
Oh, go ahead.
Are we actually going Luka? Putting Luka down there?
Is Nightbot Gamer _ Eli? Is that Eli?
Yeah, that's Eli.
Yeah, that's Eli.
Eli's dumb, bro. Saying that Dominique Wilkins lacked playmaking is like literally not.
He has a lot of those hot takes. He has a lot of those. Just
that's like not understanding the landscape of basketball back in the day. Yes, like that's dumb, bro.
Yo, Dominique Wilkins played in Greece and Italy.
Yeah,
he's worldwide.
As we're looking at, let me say this: if we're looking at first 3 years of Shaq, bro. Oh damn, I went the first 4 years. Luka been in the league 3 years, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn, basketball reference. What the fuck, y'all?
He made the finals in his 4th year, right?
Hold on, let me see something about Nate. Because if more I'm thinking about it, I'm like, bro, we might as well put Luka on here.
That's what I'm saying. So first 3 years of Shaq was 27, 13 boards, 3 blocks, but we know that's a different era. And he was shooting 58% from the field. Now that's young Shaq. That's Orlando Magic Shaq, of course. I think really the reason why we know why they put Shaq on that list or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Luka has that same case for me. Like 25, 26, 8, and 8.
Yeah, the reason Shaq was on there was because of the pure talent that we saw. It was already proven, and he made it to the finals once by '97. So I mean, Luka hasn't made it to the finals by his third year in the league, but it's pretty fucking obvious that he's better than
that's
a
one
lot
of
of
those
these
things
dudes.
where I'm just like, bro, we about to.
But that being said, Derrick Rose,
like he's putting he's just putting
exactly. We're not saying prime Derrick Rose. We're talking about guys like Luka, potentially a guy like Dame, or
also if Nick is on here, Dame has to be on here, bro.
Exactly, because he's literally he's low key made it further than Nick ever did, if I'm not mistaken. And on top of that,
I think peak and career, Dame's is already.
Yeah, I'm about to say, Dame's on here 100%. Dame on here 100%.
But I think Nick had longer longevity, if that means anything. In this
but can Dame?
I mean, we don't know Dame's career.
It's still going. I still think Dame can play at this over for like 3-4 more years. So.
Oh yeah, and he's getting better.
Dame's probably going to get better.
Like we talk about like Steph can survive in the league when he's like 40 just by shooting. Dame can do that too.
Anthony Davis?
Eli, he wasn't asked to do it.
That's another one that I'm like, bro, we gotta look at these bigs and say 80 ain't a top 10 big on this list. Put 80 on this one.
And no cap, I'm looking at Tiny's career. Although I do like remember that 34-11 season, this dude only averaged 20 points for like 5 years and then was a role player for the rest of his for the rest of his life. So
I wouldn't put AD on there just yet. I mean, there's more of a conversation for like the Melos for AD. Because I feel like if we're gonna take one at this point, are we talking about just pure talent? Mind you, we haven't even looked at some of the earlier guys from like the early 2000s. We haven't examined Tracy McGrady. We haven't examined
He's more accomplished than
Paul
team.
Pierce. You said who?
80. The only reason that 80 doesn't have a ridiculous resume prior to LeBron is because he ran into the Warriors, and when he ran into him, he was averaging like 30 and 12 type shit. Like,
he also beat Dame, and we were talking about Dame.
I'm about to say he sweat. Well, did he beat him in 5 or he sweat? He bust Dame ass. I know that for a fact.
And we're talking about Dame being on the list, and Dame, and then AD also has a championship, and he played legit like a 1, but they gave LeBron the finals. And put AD on there.
Yeah, 80's on there. 80's on there.
Now,
one of only 3
but
players.
being said, I'm not against putting Melo there as well. Even I don't know if Melo's here, but I'm not against putting Melo here. But I don't know. I don't know.
Because all I'm saying is when I've made top 50 all-time lists, Carmelo Anthony is usually cut pretty fast. Like he's usually not even in that convo.
How many
cut Scottie Pippen?
No.
Oh shit. How many holes do we have? No. How many holes do we have on this list right now?
No, let's have that combo.
Hold on. Jesus.
How many holes are on the list?
Hold on. Let me count how many people we have in the poll. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18,
Watch,
19.
by the end of this, you're going to be like, damn, Scotty should be cut. Watch.
22, 20. Hold on, cool, bro. God damn it. So in the pool, we got 22. On the right side, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So based off of our pool, we have to scratch off 3 more players.
All right.
And with that being said, Tiny Archibald can get out.
Yeah. Here's what I was going to say. We're underestimating whether we think Dame's a better talent or not. We are underestimating the resume that Kyrie has. And it's a wishy-washy resume, though. But I don't
see how y'all can go ahead and jump to these today players without examining the early 2000s more. But
I'm all for talking about Melo. I'm all for talking about Trace. I don't know. Tracy's kind of a loser. I fuck with Tracy.
But let's for now, definitely Nate Archibald has to go. To be honest with you, Julius Erving can get the fuck out of here.
No.
Why?
Dr. J is Dr. J. For me, he's still he's still top 20.
He's arguably top 20. Yes.
Yeah.
Why?
I'd say top 30.
You gotta tell me why,
30.
bro.
If we're counting ABA and Omar, you put a lot of credit to Magic and Larry Bird for saving the NBA. That was really Dr. J first, and then Larry Bird and Magic Johnson came in.
We just said we weren't talking about narratives though. We just said that.
We're not? I thought we were talking about impact.
Well, narratives matter to an extent, but like Dominique's whole thing was
he was the one guy to come back from ACL. Like that ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
I'm just saying
that was a narrative.
I know Dr. J's prime was in the ABA, but I'm willing to because of this impact of Dr. J's ABA play to the NBA. I'm saying he's the exception to that rule, bro.
Somebody said Gary Payton.
Look at his NBA career, and you're telling me 21.6. Not granted, he's on a good field. 22 points, 21 points, 23 points. 1 year he averaged 27. 25, 24, 21, 22, 20.
That sounds solid to me, bro. What the fuck?
I can't buy it. I can't buy it.
That sounds solid, but that's not like something I would like. That's not honestly. That's not.
I would talk about a Bill Walton before Dr. J.
Yeah, that's what we just said. What's his face? Pete Maravich. Or late, like 20 points a game for a few years.
Or Willis Reed before Dr. J.
I'd cut out Willis Reed before Dr. J. I'll say that. I'll say that.
What I'm saying. Like whether we feeling shady about Bill Walton or not, I don't really care. Bill Walton's high key one of the underrated players here. Someone was talking about McHale. McHale's actually kind of solid too, but
he's gone.
Bro,
Kevin McHale can go as well. Honestly.
Yeah, I'm saying like Dr. J probably the last name. I'm just kirking off this, John. I ain't gonna lie. I think Dr. J stays. I think Dr. J staying the whole time.
The whole time, bro.
I think
we already.
Yeah, to me, it wasn't even a question that he's in here.
That's what I'm saying.
Are y'all serious, bro?
I'm dead. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think he's staying the whole time. I think Dr. J staying the whole time. I think we're looking. Hell, I know some people are gonna get mad because Wes, the almighty defensive leader. I would look at taking Wes out before Dr. J. Like,
why aren't we getting? Why is Bill Walton still on the list?
Why is Elvin Hayes still on this list?
Because it's the Big E. Why is Bill Walton still on the list?
What the
Big E Lane?
Okay. Elvin Hayes was
Elvin Hayes could go.
Was a 12-time All-Star, a scoring champion, 2-time rebound champion, had 2 all-defensive teams, 6 All-NBA, and was averaging like 28 and 17, like 28 and 15 for like a 5-year stretch.
And honestly,
he carried.
Honestly, and this is gonna sound wild as shit, but I want to nominate the first left side removal. Neek probably ain't on this bitch. I ain't gonna lie, Neek probably ain't on this bitch.
Okay, all right, we're getting out of pocket. We're getting out of hand. Let me tell you this right now.
Why?
Let me tell. Listen.
But I don't think Neek gonna make it.
What has Dominique done?
I don't think Neek gonna make it.
Elvin Hayes is playing in a league with 14 players. 14 teams. I might be overdoing it. I don't care about him making the All-Star team with 14 teams in the league. I don't care. Somebody's got to make it. He's a 6'9" center. I don't care about that.
But
and then he started off high. His first 3 years were good, and ever since then, he's dropped. So.
Amazing.
What drop to what? Drop to what? Drop to what?
I'll say great. 25 1 year, 21, 23. Then we get into 19s. We're getting into the 19s. So I'm looking at
19.8 and 11 rebounds. Yep.
Okay, but the thing is, you can say the same thing about someone like Tim Duncan, bro. Like, there's only so much we can look into these points.
If you want to put Tim Duncan and Elvin Hayes on the same plane, do it.
You're stupid and you're wrong. He had that 20 and 11 year. Name the next 3 years after. What did he average?
20 and 11 year.
Right. What's the next one?
I guess it's that 19.8. 23, or that's 24 and 13. Then we're at 20 and 13. Then we're at 22 and 12. Then we're at 23 and 11. And then we're at 18 and 10, 16 and 9.
When he's 35 years old?
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
That's great numbers for a 35-year-old.
Hey, in my opinion, longevity can help you and it can hurt you. Didn't nobody tell his old ass to stay in the league? But he did it because there was only 3 teams in the league.
Hey, stop, bro. Elvin Hayes is staying, bro.
I'm gonna give it 100. I'm gonna give it 100. That's funny as shit. But I gotta say this, man. Tim Duncan Light is probably still top 50. That's the way I see it. Tim Duncan Light is probably still top 50.
Okay, so if y'all don't want to, mind you, we'll take a quick vote, real quick. B-Souls, you saying he's staying? You're done. Cardiac, you're saying he's staying?
I think he stays.
You're dumb. Sage, are you saying he's staying?
Oh, but you call me dumb, bro. I don't know, bro. Leave me alone.
That's dumb. Cool, bro. Are you saying that Elvin Hayes is staying? Cool, bro. Don't give a fuck about Elvin Hayes.
It's majority already.
So at least I got one.
Oh my!
It's already majority.
Elvin Hayes is staying. I don't know what to tell you.
With Elvin Hayes, I don't know why. Not George Gervin. What's it called? John Havlicek. I'm going down this old list. I don't care about these old players. I swear I don't. Like,
hey, but John probably can't
get the
fuck. I ain't gonna lie, John probably can't get the fuck. I'm not a big John fan.
John Havlicek. Oh, okay. I see. There's this mid part of his career, but I'm seeing 1 or 2 seasons where he's averaging over 25 points. Supposed to be somebody that's great.
Yo, cool, bro. Cool, bro.
A league with
mute. Your mic is
a lot of hot
This is also a league with how many players
in the 60s?
Come on, bro. This is 8-team leagues. This is an 8-team league. Are we really taking somebody from an 8-team league?
Shit, man.
But Wilt Chamberlain is on there. Bill Russell's on there. Oscar Robertson's on there.
Stop. Will is a different level. Bill is a different level. Oscar is a different level. We're talking about guys that are top 10s.
Look, even
John Havlicek. Come on, bro.
Let's split his career in two. Let's just talk about the 70s. Let's just talk about the 70s. He comes into the 70s averaging 29, 28, 24, 23. Granted, then it gets down to 19, but he's still a champion. He's still a quality piece on one of the best teams of the 70s.
I'm about to say a big part of John Havlicek's career was the 70s. And throughout his career, a 13-time All-Star, 8-time NBA champion, 11 All-NBA, 8 All-Defensive teams, and a Finals MVP.
Bro, that's
I get it. I get it.
When the league was split between the ABA. That's dumb. See, that's a dumb argument to me. That's dumb.
No cap. I don't mean to be the person to talk about a whole different player. Well, it's kind of same first name, but hey, if this were my list, my chat would be pissed right now. Get that nigga Stockton out of here, bro.
Oh my
I'm
God.
not a Stockton fan, bro.
I'm
not. They know I don't fuck with bro. Get him the fucking one out of here, bro.
I'm ready to get there. Are we keeping John Havlicek, whose best years were when the league was watered down because of the ABA? Are we keeping him on this list?
I'll tell you right now.
Yes or no?
No, when Wes Unsel's still on there. I mean, yes, we're keeping him on there. If Wes Unsel's still on there, I'm taking Wes Unseld.
I don't know how Wes Unseld is on there. Cardiac is John Havlicek staying on this list?
Is Wes Unseld off?
Yes.
Then yeah, take him off.
Damn, you want to be so bad, don't you?
No, I'm
Sage.
Sage. John Havlicek.
Yes.
I would argue he's probably worse than Stockton. So yeah, he probably gonna be off. I think in the long run, Stockton. I don't fuck with Stockton. So anybody I think is worse than Stockton probably getting the fuck. So
cool, bro. Hey, is John Havlicek off this list?
No.
Y'all niggas.
So you're telling me with a pool with Dominique Wilkins has had a better career than John Havlicek?
Yes, bro. He didn't play.
Yeah, Bezos, you don't know Omar. Bezos, that's Omar.
Listen, oh my God, bro.
He did it. What do you think Dominique Wilkins would look like in an era where there were 8 teams? He would look like Elgin Baylor. He would be putting up Elgin Baylor's number.
What would Michael Porter Jr. look like in that era?
Omar, by your logic,
look crazy, bro.
So why isn't Michael Porter Jr. on here?
You said Michael Porter Jr.
Michael Porter Jr. of the Denver Nuggets, third option.
All right, Bezos want to be obtuse. What were you saying, cool, bro?
What the okay.
If you, by your logic, no 60 players should be on here. So we should
take
out Bill Russell, take out Will Chamberlain, take out everybody.
Unless we're talking about players who people would debate are in the top 10, no 60s players should be on this list at all. That's the way I feel.
Well, fun fact, there are 5 people on here. So okay.
Why though? Why? I'm asking you why. I understand Bill. I understand Will. I understand Oscar Robertson. Right. Players that people will argue are in their top 10.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why we're having a conversation about Wes Unseld. I don't understand why we're having a conversation about John Havlicek. These players should be off this list.
John Havlicek.
I think John Havlicek is on a different level than Wes Unseld.
John Havlicek won without Bill Russell.
Yes, he won without Bill Russell.
When in a league, when did he win?
I get it.
74.
Omar. I get it. Omar's saying 74. It in a real toxic way, but I will give credit to him for this. And let's just keep it a bean. For some of these names, we are about to sit here and cap, bro. Like, there's some of these names we know damn well. Like, obviously, relative to era matters, but at the same time, bro, At some point, you gotta look at a motherfucker and be like, "Look, bro, Dame is out there, motherfucker." But
you said Bill Russell and Will Chamberlain are the exceptions to the rule. But literally, any other player from the '60s is not. John Havlicek is the only player from the '60s that has an argument for being the top 20 player on this list. So he is the exception.
He doesn't. He doesn't to me.
Okay.
I think.
Let me tell.
Get Willis out of here.
Let me tell, and we should, but let me tell you who made the first NBA team, the year that you're talking about, Bezos. That year he won it without Bill Russell. Tiny Archibald, Rick Barry, Walt Frazier, Elvin Hayes, and Bob McAdoo. John Havlicek is on the second team.
What year is that?
And Dave Cowens.
72.
This is
74.
74, 75. This is when the league was watered down, bro. This is when the league was like this is
actually Omar.
Trust me, I understand. I understand.
73. No. 73, 74. That's the year after that you're just naming.
You just name that year. Right, 73. Right. 73 is like half of them dudes' prime. Like that's Tiny's prime. That's those guys. So I don't think that's any small achievement to say that he was second team compared to a.
No. I take that back. He made first team this year. Cool bro corrected me. 73-74 is the year that we're talking about. Kareem, Dave DeBusschere, Walt Frazier, John Havlicek, Jerry Sloan, and Norm Van Leer. Mind you, we just got Walt Frazier, Dave DeBusschere, Jerry Sloan. He's rolling over in his grave, and Norm Van Leer. Like, come on, bro. We are not talking about none of these players. This is a terrible era of basketball. The league is washed. I know for a fact when I'm picking over these people. Give me Trae Young before Norm Van Leer. Do y'all know who Norm Van Leer is?
No.
This dude right here.
No,
do y'all what? I just said that's 73-74. Y'all know he made first team All NBA, averaging 14.3 points and 7 assists as a point guard. Shut up, bro. What are we talking about? Be honest, bro.
There's validity to what Omar's saying, and I know there's gonna be some crayon eaters in chat talking about. So if you're telling the resume, it's a mix of both, dumbass. But what I'm saying is, at some point, we have to look and understand that there's levels to the talent shit that we're on, and a guy like Wilt and Bill pop in any fucking area, they're gonna be great regardless because they were just that fucking good. But guys like Willis Reed, you can kind of look at the left and be like, bruh, I don't care what that motherfucker did. I'm not taking Willis Reed over nobody on the left side type shit. It's a mixture of both, bro. But yeah, please highlight Willis Reed. That's starting to annoy me.
Okay. We can take out Willis Reed.
I feel like John Havlicek worse than Willis Reed.
Get out Clyde Drexler. Oh no, not Clyde.
Whoa.
Walt Frazier. Ugh, I can't speak.
We haven't got Walt Frazier. Come on, bro. I'm looking at Willis Reed numbers. Come on.
Okay. Walt Frazier.
We're packing up Walt like that?
Yeah, if we're gonna take out John
Havlicek. I guess we are, bro. Even though he made 10 all defensive teams.
If we're taking out Hondo, we got to take out Walt. Let's be honest.
Cardiac, shut up, bro. You are 17.
What is happening?
Stop calling these niggas.
No. I'll be back.
I ain't been fighting for niggas like that, but whoa, what are we doing about Walt? What is happening?
Yeah, if we're gonna take out John Havlicek, then take out Walt Frazier.
This nigga said Hondo. Shut up, Cardiac.
Well, I've watched documentaries. I don't know what to tell you.
Why is John Havlicek just barred to be better than Walt Frazier?
Because Walt Frazier was barely putting up 20 points for a few years, and Hondo was putting up like mid-20s on a contending team for a multitude of years.
Walt Frazier won the championship, I think, a year before Havlicek won the championship.
Yeah, but that was with Willis Reed and Dave DeBusschere. Granted, I think Dave was out his prime, but he had two other players that we just kicked out on his team. Hondo by the 70s.
Didn't Walt put up like 36 and 19 in the finals?
Walt?
Is that true?
Yes.
Is that true?
Let me check.
Yes, he did. Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck is about to happen? Walt Frazier.
But also,
he was a playoff performer. I remember that.
Cardiac, stop calling this nigga Hondo, bro.
Walt Frazier put up 36 and 19 on 5 misses against the Lakers to clinch this ring in the 70s.
Wait, I'm looking at this shit. Where do you see that at?
He was going crazy.
Go to 1969-70, Go to
He's talking about the
1960.
first-
Yeah, whoa. Yeah, B. So hold on, these niggas trying to pack up Walt Frazier. Go to the 1969-70 season. Scroll down to the finals. I knew he was I knew he had one of our all-time performances. He had 36 and 19 in Game 7. Prior to that, he had 21 and 12.
Oh, you talking about Walt Frazier? I don't know why we were so easy to write off Walt Frazier.
Walt Frazier right now. He was one of the better defenders. He's one of the better.
It's because they wrote off.
What are we doing?
He's had a better career than Patrick Ewing, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
Because they wrote off Havlicek. That's why resoles.
Bro,
I haven't wrote off Havlicek. Havlicek is staying, bro. Oh my god.
Stop, stop, bro. I don't care about your Celtic bias. I swear to God.
Oh my god, it's not. So we're caping for Walt Frazier right now, but John Havlicek is a line.
I never said I was.
I don't think John that nice. That's where me and you disagree. But outside of that,
what makes him not nice? But Walt Frazier was. Walt Frazier was known behind the backs. That was a different talent. Yeah. That he was known behind the backs.
No, he was a better defender it's because he won a championship for the Knicks.
No, he was a better defender, better playmaker in my opinion. He was a better defender, ball handler, playmaker in general. The only thing John has on him, honestly, is shooting next to Bill Russell.
What makes you say he was a better defender? Because John Havlicek has more all defensive teams.
But that's just being a Boston Celtic. I think you just watch I think if you watch any film of Walt Frazier, he's a great perimeter defender.
And what made okay, fine. What made Walt Frazier a better playmaker than John Havlicek?
Handles are part of playmaking, and that's not even astronomically close. And when you go,
it's not even astronomically close. Sage, they played in right around the same era.
I know, but I think Walt got that on lock. But I ain't gonna lie.
All right, bro.
I think nobody looks at them dribble.
Okay.
I say this. I ain't gonna bullshit you. I say this. John isn't as trash as I'm putting him out to be. But like I said initially, any motherfucker we looking at John Stockton, no dips, and yes, I'm just going there. I think just pack them niggas up. That's just how I am. I ain't gonna lie. It's pretty toxic. It's my bias. Get mad at me, but that's the one time I'm gonna be on some troll shit. I ain't gonna lie. The nigga Stockton ain't on my list, bro. That nigga gone. Anybody that works for him, get him gone. I look at Havlicek, I'm like, yeah, he's clearly worse than Stockton. Pack both them niggas up, bro.
Let me just say this. In the 1970 season, this is right around when Walt Frazier was peaking, right? This was when John Havlicek also had one of his best seasons. 1971 specifically. They were in the league at the same time, still, really, really good players in the league. John Havlicek was putting up 29 points, 8 rebounds, and 9 assists. That's not just being on the Celtics. That's putting up monster numbers, shooting 45% from the field.
He got the shot. I ain't gonna bullshit you. He got the shot. He probably is just the straight up better scorer. However, I question you this. Even right now, you taking a guy like D-Mitch, you taking a guy like Beal.
D-Mitch.
Exactly, because at the end of the day, you trust D-Mitch and Alves, right?
Yes.
And I'm taking Walt.
But they're both great playoff performers. I don't.
Bro, but that nigga Johnny's a bitch. I'm sorry. I can't do it. Nah, that was weak. But
okay. Sounds like John Havlicek is saying.
You making a good case for John. You making a good case for John, but I don't
look. Another thing about Walt.
Okay. Sounds like John's saying.
I
think Walt should stay too. For the record, I think Walt should stay too.
Yeah, like I said, Bezos, me and you aren't so far off. It's just I think personally, Havlicek's gone. I think Stockton's gone. You looking at Walt, he might be gone.
I'm just saying, Sage, for you to cape for Walt Frazier so much, that same energy should be for John Havlicek.
I think he's an underrated point guard.
Because they pretty much played in the same era and have relatively
bro.
better careers. Oh, he has a better career.
The thing about Walt, I'm looking at this list right now, the top point guards of like Walt's prime, but right beside him. So you have Nate Archibald, you have Walt Frazier, and then you have Lenny Wilkins, who was the first nigga we kicked out. You have Gail Goodrich, who isn't even on this fucking list. You have JoJo White, who I don't even know what his real name is. You have Calvin Murphy, who doesn't belong anywhere in this conversation. So yeah, he can be a good defender all he wants, but if he's playing Calvin Murphy in the era,
so like we've been doing this whole time, we know the latent ability of one's players. If LeBron James pulls up to the PG County Rec and dogs us. We're not gonna be like, oh well, I guess he was going against high schoolers, bro. He clearly he's one of the best players to ever touch basketball.
I think this is it, bro. I'm being so serious. These are the players that say.
You can say that when you're dominating. You can say that when you're dominating, but when you're putting up, you can say when you're putting up 20 points for 5 years, and then.
I mean, I don't give a fuck if it's just one game, one series, whatever. We not ignoring what he did in the finals.
He did amazing.
We're not ignoring his playoff performances.
He stepped up every single season in the playoffs. That's cool for 5 years.
Is this better now?
That's perfectly fine, and we're gonna have a lot of players don't have this super long longevity. Guys like Kareem, guys like LeBron aren't out this motherfucker spoiling us with 17-year longevities. That's not even normal, bro.
But there's a between 17 and 5.
Primes are typically, and primes used to be the ages 26 to 30. For being dead serious, and we just players in basketball out of here.
We just kicked out Pete Maravich for having 9 years of that. So why are we not going to do the same for Will?
But Pete Maravich,
why is Kevin McHale on this list? Kevin
McHale was seen as like I mean, this is
we can get rid of Kevin McHale. We can get rid of him.
I'm not gonna say the argument because he ain't gonna buy that shit at all.
We can get rid of Kevin McHale.
Kevin McHale's kind of nice though, but he probably is.
Yeah.
I think we're reaching that limit of getting rid of how much we can get rid of.
That's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying. Like, I don't know how to do it, but we need to visually see who we've kicked out. Like in terms of like subbing Nate with Kobe, all right, subbing Paul with Bron, all right. So now who's like I'll even write it down because I know you want to keep the graphic. I'll even write it down type shit just so I'm like, okay, there ain't no.
Also, Sage, the more I look at it, bro, Dominique Wilkins has to.
I said he should go. I said he should go a while ago. I said there's no way he is on this list.
Listen, bro.
I fuck with you. There's no way he's there.
But he's one of those. He's one of those players.
You go.
And Pete's resume matters, by the way.
He's one of those players where he didn't really. A lot of these players that are on the list won a championship, and he never did.
I don't give a fuck about team accomplishments, bro. I don't give a fuck about team accomplishments.
Then why?
If that's the case, John Stockton is off this list. John Stockton's off this list.
I mean, I'm not opposed to that. That nigga's trash, bruh. That nigga is trash.
Bezos, you said we only have 22. We only have 22 to put on the list, right? So we still have room for like 3 more to argue.
I'm being dead serious. I'm typing as of right now who we've kicked off hypothetically if we just took the left, put them in order, and anybody that's debatable, I'm not putting on. So like right now, I'm swapping Kobe for Nate Archibald. I'm swapping LeBron for Paul. I'm swapping Tim for Dave Bing. Just let me get there.
What's stopping Bezos from taking John Stockton off this fucking list, bro? That's what I want to know.
I
want to know, bro.
You want the truth? Or you want me to lie to you? You want the truth? Chat.
He got the resume, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
He got the steals. He got the assists, bro. Come on, bro.
What?
I don't agree that has to matter. No way. That has to matter.
I don't understand what's
stopping
him
from taking
pass
to Karl Malone does not matter.
His whole career wasn't just passing to Karl Malone. Oh my god, bro! Holy shit! I know it's a meme, but that's not his whole fucking career. Just no way you played 20 years and just passed to Karl Malone, bro.
I'm trolling on that.
Imagine a game where Carmelo isn't playing, and it's like, oh shit, yo, what do I do? Greg Ostertag, yo, go carry us to the promised land, bro.
Shout out Rusty.
I'm trolling going that far, but I'm just saying, bro.
Shout out Rusty. He made the video about John Stockton, and in the 2 games that he didn't play with Karl Malone, it was just like a wash. Like you can't say that he just fell off.
In the 2 games. Look, I get it. I'm not high on before you go, Omar, I'm not high on John Stockton. Like I have him like 30, 40. But that's already low for a lot of people. But 10 All-Stars, exactly. 9 assist championships, 11 All-NBA teams, 5 All-Defensive selections has to matter at some point, bro.
And isn't he the all-time leader in assists too?
Those stats have to matter at some point.
And that's my problem with Stockton. He's the all-time leader in assists. Nobody has John Stockton a top 5 passer in history. He's not even a top 5 passer.
I don't know about nobody. Yo, chill out. I don't know about nobody.
No way. There's no way. There's no way.
There's a decent amount of people that's in top 5
of all time.
There's no way. But that's just right. That's literally counting assists at that point.
He's like 6 at passing. At passing, he's like 6. 6. Playmaking, he's
No, he's
nowhere
not.
close.
No, he's not.
Bro, no, he's not.
He's probably lower than. He's definitely lower than that. I'm not gonna lie.
We're not doing that,
Look,
bro.
If Stockton
not
putting up
doing
those
that,
numbers
bro.
in the 80s and the 90s doesn't matter now, then this whole list should just be
I didn't say
2000s
it doesn't
and on.
matter. I didn't say
No,
it
he
don't
can
matter,
listen.
bro.
He can put up 12. He can put up 12 and 14 in any era because it's 12 and fucking 14. What I'm telling y'all right now is there's 3 names that y'all are scared for whatever reason to take off for, and I don't get it. I don't know why y'all are debating this hard on Frazier. I don't know why y'all are debating this bad on Havlicek.
That's why I'm
and
moving
Elvin
niggas right
Hayes.
now. That's why I'm moving.
Get
people
Elvin Hayes
right-
off this list, bro. Get them 3 names off
Kelvin
this list.
Hayes. Oh
I'm
my
moving
god,
people.
bro.
I'm doing
No,
everybody a favor.
Hayes.
I'm moving names right now. That's why I think it was necessary because we're stuck at this point where we're just naming names that can get moved off, and we're not even discussing if a guy like fucking Jason Kidd is really better than some of these motherfuckers. That's why I'm moving people. Right
Get rid of
now.
Elvin
I
Hayes.
know he is. I know
So
he
hold
is.
on. Tim Duncan. I'm gonna show my screen when.
Okay, Sage,
I
we
know
can do
Jason
that.
Kidd
We
is
can do
better
that.
than Elvin Hayes.
So
Yeah, that's what I'm like. It's
the
necessary at
obvious,
this point.
the very obvious players we have to get rid of.
I'll take a picture of the list.
Let's replace the very obvious players we have to get rid of with the very obvious players that have to go in there. For example,
Lenny Wilkins for Kobe Bryant.
Right, Lenny Wilkins for Kobe Bryant. That's an easy swap. We can do that.
Elvin
As much
Hayes,
as people hate Kobe,
yeah.
come on. LeBron
Elvin
James
Hayes
for Paul.
deadass is getting hosed down by firefighters at every game.
You can make Kobe like green or something so he stands out if possible.
Okay.
And why are we automatically assuming Kobe's on his list?
Oh my god.
Oh, bro.
We can get rid of Billy Cunningham for LeBron James. That's easy.
Correct.
That's
Correct.
easy. Let's do this. Holy shit. Okay.
I think James Worthy isn't going to make the cut, so we can sub James Worthy for Kevin Durant. Anyone disagree with that? Anyone want to have James Worthy and Red still be here?
I feel like there's just other names we can name before James.
If
Worthy.
it's wishy-washy, then don't replace him.
All right,
Okay.
replace Dave, whoever the hell.
Yeah.
I'm not
That's what
going to
I'm
lie.
doing right now.
Get mad at me. I don't know who that is. I'm just be honest. I'm not going to lie. I have no idea who that is. So
We can replace Dave Bing with Tim Duncan. That's easy.
Once again, I ask, why is Bill Walton on this list?
we'll get to him.
We'll get to it. Because his prime was ridiculous. That's why he's still on this list.
Thank you, but he's much shakier than the names we've been talking about. No cap.
Kevin Garnett for Paul Arizin. We can do that. We can do that.
Steph Curry. We can do Curry for Nate Archibald right now. We can do that too.
Steph Curry for Nate Archibald.
Next to Dirk.
Because Dirk's shakier than guys like Curry, so we can just chill.
Is Dirk shakier than what?
We can get rid of Earl the Pearl for Dirk. We can do
Hold on. I would say Giannis isn't enough. Kawhi. We gotta put Kawhi on here.
Hold on. Let me get rid of Earl the Pearl for Dirk.
Okay.
I can't believe these niggas that are 18, 17, and 16 are saying players from the 70s and 60s are under.
I'm saying even watch them.
That's your grandparents' age, and your grandparents were children when these players were.
And Chris Paul's the next.
But Omar, you didn't watch them too.
I didn't. They fucking suck, bro.
Oh.
Niggas is playing in 8-man leagues.
My
Could you
thing
imagine? No, go ahead. Because
I ain't gonna say
I'm gonna
shit.
say this. Be honest. Be honest. If LeBron was playing in an 8-man league, what do you think the outcome would be, bro? An 8-team league. An 8-team league.
Man,
what do you think the outcome is every year?
I like Bill Russell.
If we're just placing LeBron back then, or are we talking about just a general 8-team league?
No, if you take when LeBron was dominant over the Eastern Conference, and it's just the 8 teams that were making the playoffs, just them. I'm not even gonna talk about the bad teams because it should truly be any 8 random teams from the East. But when LeBron was at the top of the East and it was just 8 random teams from the East, what do you think that outcome would be, bro?
But what I'm saying is the reason I asked that if there was an 8-team league and next, just tomorrow they're gonna do a new NBA draft, new NBA. There's gonna be 8 super duper teams in the league competing. So he wouldn't dominate in just an 8-team league.
What you're talking about now you're talking about a team with more skilled players and everything like that. Back then they weren't. They were ass, bro. Like if you look at those teams, especially at the bottom, if we did 8 teams in a redraft today, all 8 of those teams would be good. They would have great talent on them.
They'll be stacked.
Those teams at the bottom of that, huh?
They'd be stacked today.
No cap.
Maybe
though.
stacked today. Those teams back then, the bottom level teams were ass. So what are we talking about?
No cap, and it's gonna sound age because I know everybody probably, but Omar got somewhat of a point in the sense of a prime LeBron James in the 8-team league. Granted, every team would be a super team, but we know how great LeBron James in his prime really was. LeBron probably would win a majority of the time, especially if the 8-team draft was like right now, cut everybody off your roster. Lakers, Bulls, Knicks, whoever the fuck, draft out of the chip. There ain't no way. Like someone said, LeBron's gonna win one chip. There ain't no fucking way the best player, because a prime LeBron would be better than everybody in the league right now. There's no way. There's no way he wouldn't fucking win multiple.
Let me look at when
champions.
Wilt was in the fucking league in 60 and 61, and there was one.
The team with LeBron would have a
2,
premium
3,
over everybody
4,
else.
All right.
5,
So
6, 7,
while you
8.
do that, Dirk, we put in there D Wade. We can get rid of Dolph Chase for D Wade. I'm sorry.
To make it easier, you should probably like highlight the people in the pool too.
I took a picture of the names, so we ain't got to worry about that. If we want to add a pool for the names we cut off,
No, in the green. I mean, not in the green, the orange. Like in the players that we put.
I'm keeping track. I'm good.
Yeah. We're fine.
Allen
They're all about to
Iverson.
be on the list anyway.
Giannis for Hal Greer. That seems pretty easy.
A guy like, so far everybody on there. I was gonna say we could do people that are more obvious than others, but nah, everybody on the left. I'm pretty
Kawhi for
Steve Nash for Sam Jones. We can do
Kawhi for Sam Jones, like, or whatever. Yeah.
I'm going down the list. So right now I'm Steve Nash. I'm a Steve Nash.
I'm looking at the 60-61 season, and these teams at the bottom are truly at the bottom because these teams are fucking ass. I could name off the New York Knicks roster, and y'all would know not nobody on this right now. But if we did the same thing with this league, where we just had 8 teams and everybody draft from, to make 8 teams, you would know the whole starting 5. Like all 5 of the starting 5 would be great.
All I'm saying is chat and like we're like a lot of y'all debating Omar and shit. All I'm saying is I don't necessarily agree with everything Omar's saying, but motherfuckers talking about they know 60s basketball, like they watch 60s basketball. The whole thing is we can all sit here and lie like we've watched a majority of 60s basketball. You were not born in the 60s. There's no feasible way that you've taken the time out of your day. You're 16 years old and you've watched majority of 60 basketball. So it's like we can stop the bullshit. There's some players who, yes, their greatness usurps generations when we know for a fact that they would be great despite any generation. And then there's some players who were great for their time. And then honestly, there were some players who just benefited because the league was that shit. It's just the raw fact at that point. So,
and Omar, I'm not even disagreeing. Like I understand that era was weak, but there has to be a line. There has to be a line.
There is a line.
Yeah, there has to be.
There definitely is a line. There has to be
we can't just say we can't just say fucking Payton Pritchard's better than John Havlicek just cause.
Exactly.
I'm not saying Payton Pritchard, and I understand John Havlicek would be. But what I'm saying to you is, to me it just looks funny again. And somebody, we can meet in green room after this. If somebody wants to do that exercise where we take all the players from today's NBA and we're drafting for 8 teams, you look at some of these teams. I'm gonna have to do it because I'm here. I'm about to read you off the 60-61 Knicks with Whitey Bell, Carl Braun, Dave Budd, Mike Farmer, Dick Garmaker, which is wild.
Dick Garmaker is a hell of a name. That is one name, bro. Oh my god.
Jack.
Don't hate on Richard like that.
Johnny Green, Richie Guerin, Daryl Ifman, Phil Jordan, Bob McNeil, Willie Nallis, Jim Palmer, Phil Rollins, Kenny Sears, Charlie Tyra. Now, if we did that with today's players, there would never be a team like that where there's just no notable names. Like you can't pick nobody. And honestly, if we did that for like the year 2000, I feel the same way. If you did the same exercise with the year 2000, you would not get any team where you just didn't know any names at all. that says something to me, bro.
So let me ask you this: Damian Lillard,
bum ass niggas.
We all know Damian Lillard's talent. He has 6 All-Star appearances, 6 All-NBA selections so far. In 40 years, what would a player have to accomplish to surpass what Dame is doing right now?
In 40 years?
In 40 years.
I don't even know what basketball. I don't know what basketball looks like.
Because from the sound of this conversation, the reason I ask that is from the sound of this conversation, it just seems like dude has to average like 15 points a game for like 6 straight years, and you're better than Dame just because you're playing the way more talented era.
I can answer that. A guy like Damian Lillard, who we give a lot of shit for, Dame is casual, whatever you want to say. Has hit some of the biggest shots in playoff history. He has some great playoff performances,
like John
losses in playoff history.
Like John Havlicek.
And that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's what I'm like. John Walt, Bill Walton. I don't know why. I forgot if it's cardiac or Cooper. I don't know why y'all pressed to move Bill Walton. That's a conversation.
I didn't.
But yeah, like there's several, like there's definitely a line. I'm not 100% on Omar's side at all, but simultaneously, I see what he's saying. I'm talking about the sense that we all like chat, and to a degree we kind of just brushing off what he's saying, and I'm like, he sound fucked up, but it's just like true. Like it's just the situation. It's just the reality of the situation. Like we ain't about to sit here and like he named the 60 and 61 Knicks. And now everybody's like, well, of course we didn't watch it. It was boring, or we didn't get to see it, and they limited the rules. But yet simultaneously, we gonna sit here and act like any of them players is fucking with even bums of today. So it's a matter of dominating in that era, essentially. So for a guy like Dame, to answer your question head on, it would have to be someone that was impactful, that was in a situation where, unlike Tracy McGrady, he couldn't make it past the first round. He just couldn't make it to win the big one. Clutch, certainly. If you're not more clutch than Dame and you're losing, I don't know how to put you above Dame.
I feel like that's vague though, and this is why I say you can't answer that, because that sound like James Worthy, or that sounds like Robert Parrish, and we wouldn't say that Robert Parrish or not Robert Parrish, Robert Horry. We wouldn't say that Robert Horry is better than James Worthy. I don't know what that answer is, because I don't even know what basketball. There might be a 6-point line in basketball in 40 years. Like nobody knows, to be quite honest with you. But all I'm saying is, I'm not even comparing Dame to John Havlicek. I'm talking about the field, the rest of the competition out there. You would never get to that situation that I just named for the Knicks. And mind you, there's 2 to 3 other teams where I could do the exact same thing in that era. That's damn near half of the league, bro. So at that point, who is John Havlicek's competition? And that was a little bit before John Havlicek. But who are we really talking about in regard to competition when we talk about those bum ass errors?
I get what you're saying, but the thing is that, like, to that extent, yeah, you picked out the Knicks. The Knicks were literally like the worst team in basketball that year, if not the second worst.
That was his whole point, though. That was literally.
That's my point. I'm saying if you did the same exercise, even the worst team, you would still know the names.
You don't know who Armani Brooks is. You don't know who Cameron Olivier is. You don't know who Daquan Jeffries is. Anthony Lamb, Ray Spalding. All those guys suited up for the Rockets this year.
Well, Ray Spalding on the basket. Sorry,
you missed cool, bro. I mean, not cool, bro. Cardiac. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. If you took all the players that played, all the players in the NBA for this year, and you did an 8-team draft of all of the players, you wouldn't get those you wouldn't get those players that you just named.
Yeah.
You would get the cream of the crop. You would know every single player on those rosters.
Every single one.
You would.
Yeah.
And they would be good. As opposed to Dave Garmaker, whatever the fuck I just said. They wouldn't be that. The worst player would be like Jeremy Grant or something like that. That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying,
I'm not even disagreeing. Like I understand
all I'm saying is talent matters to a degree.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is talent matters to a degree, and it's not really the people on this podcast. It's mainly the chat that's gonna rage, and the chat gonna rage no matter what we do. So we could just keep it pushing.
They ugly,
but it's like
oh my God.
Talent. It's like talent matters. There is a line for resume as well. But what we are not going to do is ignore that some of these players that we are going to review have obvious talent gaps. Like obvious talent gaps. Like no person with any sanity is watching fucking Damian Lillard and John Stockton is like, yeah, I'm not gonna cap. I think John Stockton's the better talent, bro. Now, obviously, Stockton has the resume for certain, but that's the whole thing. It does matter when we're talking about the top 50 players of all time. Like we are holding everyone we're mentioning to an absurdly high standard. There are thousands of players in basketball every single season. And we're talking about the greatest 50 to ever touch the basketball. So we do have to get picky. We do have to hold that standard.
Get Elvin Hayes the fuck off.
Okay.
I don't know about Elvin Hayes.
I'm a just
220.
But let's keep doing what Bezos is doing.
6'9", 220 is Carmelo, Sage. That's what I'm telling you.
Sounds like he was ahead of his time. Anyways,
let's keep going with what Bezos has been doing so far.
Yep. So let me. So the pool on the left, right? I think going down from the left side after Russell Westbrook is where we get to shakiness territory. I feel like up to Russell Westbrook, there's definitely clear cut replacements, and you can say with Jokic as well, because I see Nate Thurman on there. So like, what I'm saying is around this range, Russell Westbrook, Nikola Jokic, Dwight Howard is when things get a little bit shaky. We're talking about 60s players that weren't on that Wilt level, that were extremely accomplished, second, third options in the 70s and 80s that were really good. Compared to players in today's era that I feel like we can all agree are more talented, but the resume just isn't there. That's where we're at right now. So we have 6 players, 7 players on the right to replace, and we got 6 players on the left to replace them with. Nikola Jokic. Who is Nikola Jokic replacing out of these red names? Let's just stick to the red names.
I think you should. I think you could have kept moving until Dwight before you had that soliloquy. Nikola Jokic is certainly here. You could pack Dave. I think like this is what I was talking about, and like so maybe some people are just gonna play stupid and refuse to understand what I'm saying. But Nikola Jokic is one of the greatest offensive bigs to ever touch a basketball. We don't need to wait until he retires to register and realize that. Nikola Jokic is here. Replace whoever you want, but that's up to
let's replace Nate Thurman with Nikola Jokic.
Reggie Miller is not on this list.
Okay, but Dominique Wilkins is. Okay,
I'm saying he's not in our pool. I'm saying Reggie Miller's not in our pool.
Okay,
he needs to be in our pool.
Oh, he needs to be in our pool. Okay, so I guess we're putting in Mitch Richmond too, if that's the case.
Oh man.
Okay.
All right, he's tripping now.
Oh shit. Okay.
Bezos mad because all the Celtics players got to get the fuck out of here.
Let's do it right here. Okay. Dwight Howard. Who is Dwight Howard replacing?
Dwight Howard, same thing. Again, the relative to the era thing, yada yada yada. I don't care. Dwight Howard is clearly better than fucking Worthy, bro. He's clearly he has one of the more underrated, impactful seasons as well. Like if it weren't for prime LeBron and prior to prime LeBron, prime Kobe Bryant, we talk about Dwight completely different. We talk about Dwight. Honestly, if Dwight had a post game tween whatever the fuck, we talk about Dwight to a lesser degree, but the same level as we did about Hakeem in the sense of when Jordan got the fuck, Hakeem dominated type shit. Like, bruh, Dwight's really that man.
If it wasn't for Kevin McHale, we would have been talking about Dwight because then he would have continued to be like on the same level as Harden for those years in Houston.
He was also just injured.
Am I blind or is Patrick? Oh wait, no, there he is. I'm blind. Okay.
Patrick Ewing is there.
Now we have that conversation of okay, Luka's only been in here for 3 seasons, hasn't made it past the first round, but he's been fantastic all of those times. Where are we drawing the line for resume? Same thing with Damian Lillard. Anthony Davis, I think, probably makes the cut as well because he has a resume as well. So
I take AD over Willis Reed because I think he's the worst player left.
Yeah, I think AD over swapping for Willis Reed you could do right now.
I said Dave Collins, but okay.
Unless you disagree. If you disagree, by the way, say something. It's not my list.
This is the pod list, man. Whatever we agree with, that's what we're agreeing with.
All this is disrespectful before you get to Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller should be a conversation before we talk about any of these other.
Yes, I was about to jump to Reggie. I was about to say Reggie and Bob should be the next conversation.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about what Anthony Davis got going on.
So we're
Reggie Miller belongs.
So if Reggie's on there, Paul Pierce has to be on there. and Ray Allen in the pool.
Stop.
Why not?
You the only one
I
that's
don't know
anything about them.
I don't know.
I don't know. I
Why
think that
not?
Paul Pierce. I don't think that Paul Pierce is on this list. I don't think he's in consideration for this list.
But Reggie Miller is.
I think so.
I think Reggie Miller, despite me thinking he's a tad overrated, simultaneous. Let me look at it. I think people.
Say you just talked about playoffs and finals and all that stuff. Reggie Miller has some Reggie got some crazy shit. I'm hip. I'm being consistent.
In the one finals he was in,
but he's also been swept on some great averages. For example,
Paul George spat on LeBron James as a child.
Like for example, in 2001, Reggie Miller, granted he was 35, 36, but he's still playing like he was in his fucking prime. Dude was out there getting 31 on 46, 43 splits, but he got swept. or the following season, 24 on 50, 42 splits, and he lost in 5.
Nigga, we are not talking about team accomplishments. We're not talking about team accomplishments right now.
This man
a bunch of losers on this fucking list.
Yo, Reggie Miller didn't have a single playoffs where he averaged less than 20 points until he was 37. That's ridiculous.
But
I'm not talking about team accomplishments, especially when there are a bunch of losers on this list.
If we're talking about individual accomplishments, Ray Allen is more individually. He has more individual accomplishments than Reggie Miller. He's more individually accomplished. How not?
I would say probably is at that point.
How not?
I don't give up. I'm not talking about accomplishments, nigga. I'm not talking about media.
So what are we talking about? Because even then, if you want to bring up stats, you can still say Ray Allen's better.
So wait 1 second. So Omar, it seems like Omar is doing strictly talent. Is that what's happening? We're doing strictly talent.
That's why I don't got these segregation.
Talent and legacy.
Okay. So boom. All right. So bam. So B Souls, Cool Bro, Cardiac, myself, chat. That's basically where he's coming from. Omar's doing strictly talent. Now we have to discuss: do we think Reggie Miller's talent? Because I value resume. I believe everybody else values resume to a certain degree. Even with knowing, is Reggie just the better talent than majority of these players?
Reggie's not a better talent than Damian Lillard or Luka Doncic, if that's where we're going. So I think if that's a conversation that we got to put in Dame and Luka before Reggie. If we're just talking about talent, T-Mac should be on here before Reggie Miller. If it's just
T-Mac's
stop.
If it's just talent,
because y'all put at this point y'all are putting words in my mouth. I mean, I'm looking at Reggie Miller, who's better in the playoffs. A lot of these players cannot say. I'm looking at Reggie Miller, who like Cardiac said, was averaging 20 at his 36 age season in the playoffs, shooting fucking 50% from the field. And really the only reason I'm trying to figure out why he had 9 points at the age of 37, was he hurt that year? Like that's so uncharacteristic of him. But I'm talking about a guy who's ultra efficient, who's a monster when it comes to shooting this basketball. Again, I don't know what Bezos got against Reggie Miller right now, but Ray Allen
he turned it so much the fuck on in the playoffs. Like in the regular season, in the 35 season? Yeah, this 35 season, he only averaged 18, and he averaged what?
31.
He averaged 31. Like that's crazy. That's ridiculous.
I'm looking
at Ray Allen's. I'm looking at Ray Allen's efficiency throughout like his prime, right? From 2000 to 2009, this man was shooting 45% from the field.
Okay. Let me ask you this, Omar. I'm not saying Reggie Miller is bad as well. But if we're talking about talent and stuff like that, I kind of already. I feel like I know what your answer is gonna be, but. Why is AD not over Bill Russell then?
I got kind of cut off mid thing because I was gonna be like, obviously we're not just valuing talent, but that's what. So basically, I was gonna try to frame it to where we could have an easier question, but like we had a whole tangent. My thing is, once we establish where Reggie is as a talent, now let's compare overall resume to that talent, and let's see where we're like, all right, that's gotta give type shit. That's where I was gonna go, but we kind of just jumped this shit. So I was saying, for example, like Bezos said, Reggie's a better talent than not Anthony Davis, Damian Lillard. That's the easy one. Or Reggie Miller's a better talent than Dominique Wilkins, right? So at some point, look at the red and say, bet, where are we drawing the line of Reggie Miller's success, accomplishments, accolades, whatever the fuck you want to say, while acknowledging that he may be a better talent than everybody in the red. That's the discussion we need to have.
I don't think we have to do that because we have 4 more names. How many names we have in the red and how many names we have? We have 4 names in the pool. We have 3 names in the pool and we have 4 in the red. So I don't understand why we have to do that.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 names in the pool actually. Because Dominique isn't on there still.
I think Dominique don't make it, like I've been saying.
I don't think Dominique's don't make it either.
Yeah,
and we got 4 in the red. 4 in the red.
So we have 4 in the red. So go ahead and put your. It don't matter to me. To be honest with you, it does not matter. You could replace. Again, I think the Anthony Davis, Luka Doncic, Damian Lillard, we're really jumping the gun here. But go ahead, throw Dame where Bob Cousy is. Throw Luka where Dave Cowens is. We put Anthony Davis in there. Throw Reggie Miller where Bob Pettit is. Who else am I missing? Like throw them on there. It does not matter. It does not matter. Just throw them on there.
Okay.
Because it doesn't. Like us saying, is he better than Dave Cowens?
Any disputes with those claims? Any disputes with those?
I'd like to argue Chris Webber over Dame. I'd like to argue Chris Webber over Dame.
We should have those conversations. Those are better conversations. I don't understand so fast.
So Luka's in there. Dame, we can put him over Bob Cousy. Dame over.
Now, what we need to do next is we need to add more to the left pool. After we add more to the left pool, let's look at the right again and determine who we would chop, if anybody would get chopped. Because
Chris Webber, Gary Payton,
will not look at Walt Frazier,
Gary Payton,
John Havlicek, and Elvin Hayes. Like take these.
I think Gary Payton gets added to the left pool.
I would agree. I think Gary Payton's
Gary Payton probably
since we've been neglecting.
God,
Gary Payton, Chris Webber,
segregation basketball ass niggas off this list.
Chauncey Billups getting I don't think Chauncey.
Gary Payton over Bob Pettit. I can roll with that. Is that a consensus? I can roll with that.
No,
Gary Payton over Bob Pettit.
No.
You ain't got
but Chris Webber over him and Dame over Gary Payton.
No,
and Dame.
bro, y'all have to. Now y'all are just saying stuff. So Bob Pettit is the last name on this list. Take Gary Payton off for 2 seconds. Take him off for 2 seconds. I'm looking at this list. It's looking crazy. So the only name left is Dominique Wilkins.
Yes, and Gary Payton.
Yes.
Take Bob Pettit off. Put Dominique Wilkins on that list, and then we can have the conversation about where Gary Payton's in. We're gonna. I'm only doing this to stay consistent because y'all niggas.
Okay.
Y'all skipping steps at this point.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Take Bob Pettit off.
All right, Bob Pettit is off. Dominique Wilkins is in.
Now the real conversations about Elvin Hayes, Walt Frazier, and John Havlicek need to be. But y'all want to slide in Gary Payton. Let's talk.
I think he replaces Dominique Wilkins. I don't know what to tell
like this is
Gary Payton replaces Dominique, I think.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
17.
Either Dominique Wilkins or Reggie Miller.
Yeah, Neek ain't here, bro. We capping, bro. And this nigga Neek not here, dog.
Yeah, literally look at anything that Gary Payton has ever done. Nothing. And look at Dominique Wilkins.
Okay. Omar,
look at Gary Payton's stats.
Pull up Dominique Wilkins' resume. Or whatever.
I have
just describe his career.
Wilkins and Gary Payton.
They're both filled with nothingness.
Okay. Go ahead.
Hold on. I can tell you how many seasons Dominique has averaged over 20. I can tell you how many seasons he's averaged over 25. And I can tell you how many seasons Gary Payton has averaged over 25. It's fucking 0. I can tell you how many times he's had 10 assists in a season. It's fucking 0. Like, come on, bro. And you get Eli back in here, he'll tell you the leader of that defense wasn't Gary Payton. It was Sean Kemp was leading that defense more than them. So what are y'all talking about basketball that y'all have never watched? Y'all are talking about narratives being pushed by a bunch of Michael Jordan Last Dance shit. No, bro. Like that's dumb. Y'all are being dumb right now.
They played in the same era. What?
I believe.
Go ahead.
You go.
I just feel like my mic don't work or something, bro. Bro, Reggie Miller is about to swap this nigga Neek spot. I don't know why we're not just simply going, I bet. We have our whole shit. We've chopped down everybody in red. Now let's name some more motherfuckers and see who else is chopped. I don't know what we better. I don't know why we keep going in the cycle right now. Like the reason why I'm saying Neek get the fuck because Reggie Miller. Anyone taking Neek over Reggie Miller?
Why are you saying? What are you saying? Both of them are on the list right now.
But I don't think Nick's gonna live to be on the list anyway. So we might as well pack him up now.
But so you're cutting him for what? Nobody?
For Gary Payton.
For somebody who's worse than him?
He's not worse. I don't.
Gary Payton.
You tell me where he's better. You tell me where he's better.
Okay, so Dominique Wilkins, you said he averaged 25 points a game, a shit ton of seasons. I'd rather take Gary Payton's 20, 5 less points a game, but like 4 to 5 more assists. Or I don't even know how many assists Dominique Wilkins was averaging off the top of my head. But I'm pretty sure offensively, they're honestly comparable. And defensively, defensive player of the year caliber defender. And won it in 96. Led his team to a 64-win season, made it to the finals, locked up Jordan in the last 3 games. Dominique Wilkins just can't say that. He can't say that.
Locked up Jordan in the last 3 games.
Made him underperform. Made him underperform a little bit.
Lies of all lies.
Made him underperform a little bit.
That whole series, he shot inefficient for Jordan standards.
Yeah, that 96 finals, I think personally was like Jordan's toughest matchup throughout the entire time. Because I've gone back and watched that. I've gone back and watched all of Jordan's finals. Gary, that 96 finals is what comfortably makes me say, yeah, Gary over Nick.
The 96 finals in a weak Western Conference. Okay. So I'm talking about Dominique Wilkins. I'm talking about Dominique Wilkins, who, if Bezos wants to bring up these dumbass assist numbers when we're comparing a point guard to a small forward, I guess so. Dominique Wilkins, second year, his first year it was 17 and a half. 22 points from then on, and this is in an era where defense is supposed to be greater and all this stuff like this, small forward position and all this stuff like this. 22 points, then 27 points, then 30, led the league that year, 29, 31. Damn, he didn't lead the league that year. It's crazy. 26, 27, 26, 28, 30 again, 26, 29 as a 34-year-old in the Clippers. Like, what are y'all dumb?
You know what I'm gonna talk about?
Also,
No. I'm gonna talk about Dominique Wilkins in 84 averaging 19 points on 42%. I'm gonna talk about him in 91 averaging 21 on 37%. He's had 2 playoffs.
Where you at? You talking about in the playoffs, or are we talking about the regular season?
In the playoffs, yes. He's only had 2 playoff runs his entire career where he shot over 44% from the field. There's no way that a superstar that can drop 25 on anyone is doing that. I'm not allowing that.
I'm literally, and mind you, Cardiac is dismissing the times when Dominique in the playoffs has averaged 30, which is twice.
I say 2 times where he averaged 44 plus.
I think I got the question that might end this whole debate. Percentage? Yo, Omar, who's better, Chris Paul or Carmelo Anthony?
I don't understand how that makes it better.
Just answer.
Carmelo's one of the most overrated players ever. But
okay. Sounds like Gary Payton is replacing Dominique Wilkins.
Also,
how? I don't understand. You're not making a case. How that literally is.
Okay, but how can you come to the conclusion that Chris Paul is better than Carmelo Anthony?
The combination of scoring, the combination of defense, impact. I mean, we're talking about something.
What the fuck? Where did Omar go?
Wait.
Where did Omar go? What the fuck?
Wow.
I think Cobra sabotaged.
I didn't.
Y'all see the cursor. Y'all see the cursor, bro. What the fuck?
I literally.
That was not me, bro. Chill out. Chill out.
Sabotaging the argument. That's crazy.
Wow.
That was.
Hold on. Can I check the logs?
Oh my god.
That's so wild.
That was not me. I was literally in Photoshop. Omar, what were you about to say?
No. Yeah, it shows if you move people in the logs, and Bezos hasn't moved anyone in an hour, in about 2 hours.
Okay.
I don't know. Chat saying Bezos packed his ass up, and chat wins every argument. That's
oh my god.
Saying. Isn't Chris Paul going to end up 4th in all-time assists?
Something like that.
I'm just talking about like at their peak when they were in the league at the same time. What made you say that Chris Paul during like 2009 to like 2012, 2013 was a better player than Carmelo Anthony?
2009 from then on, to be honest.
Yeah, honestly, from then on.
09 to 20. I can't say. I mean, and then Carmelo's decline was so steep. Like, I don't understand that either.
Okay, but just as 09 and 2013. What made Chris Paul better than Carmelo Anthony in that stretch?
Oh, am I saying that? Probably, maybe not. I don't know.
Well, Chris Paul was considered a top 5 player every single year from then on.
Come on.
Oh, I'd have to look. I don't know, because in one of these years, I'm assuming is like the Knicks year when Carmelo Anthony got like MVP votes. That's what I'm saying.
I'm definitely
one MVP vote, which we can all agree was from an asinine person.
No, and I get that, but he was still in the conversation for.
And I get it. He was in the MVP conversation more than Chris Paul that year, but that still doesn't mean that he was a better player. Like, that's a team accomplishment.
What was he? Was he even in the MVP conversation more than Chris Paul?
And I'm not gonna lie, and I'm definitely not the person to be here for this debate, because I think prime for prime, if we were just doing a talent list, even if we were trying to rank them, Paul wouldn't be nowhere near below 15 for me, and Melo's not in that conversation.
That's a fact.
So I'm looking at this list. And you know what's crazy though? But to be honest with you, Carmelo Anthony's a very overrated scorer as well. And if that's all he does, he's, like I said, overrated again at that. Like, even his numbers, that stretch that you're talking about from 09 to, I got it from like 09-10 to 12-13. Points per game, he's like at 26.4. Rebounds, he's at 7. 3 assists, shooting like 45% from the field. Like, I don't, those numbers aren't that like impressive, to be quite honest with you. And we're
every time. Go ahead. Sorry.
And we're talking 09 to 2012 Chris Paul, like 2012, 2013, same,
around
same
around
stretch.
Yeah.
I don't know why that gap seems so much shorter.
No cap. That sounds like, that looks like Dominique's numbers for Melo.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. What are you talking about, nigga?
Dominique averaged like maybe one more point during his prime.
No, he didn't. No, what are you talking about?
From 85 to 94, let me look at Nick's numbers.
You just did a bigger stretch though, did you not?
Okay, well, let me do a smaller stretch then. When do you want me to do the stretch for Nick?
We deadass just did 4 years for them, right? We did 4 years for them. So you take 4 years of prime, quote unquote, prime Nick. I'm seeing 27, 30, 29, 31.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
If we do from 85 to 88, it's like 28. It's 28.
It's 29, nigga. Do the fucking math. Basketball references right 29. There.
It's 29.7 assists on 46%.
Not 7 assists. 7 rebounds. 7 rebounds. 3 assists. Yeah, if Nick was averaging 7 assists, I would not be talking.
No. Yeah,
3 assists, 2 steals. What are we talking about, bro?
Okay, and even that's like one more 3 or one more L.
Do we just do a vote? Do we just do a vote for the Nick Gary Payton?
Y'all have yet to present an argument for Gary Payton at all, and I've been stating my claim for Dominique Wilkins this whole time.
I just did. What the fuck?
And then this whole notion of defense too. I just said he averaged 2 steals. What other defensive stat do you want to know? Because he wasn't known to be this great.
Steals.
I'm asking you what defense?
Omar, how many steals did Curry average in his MVP season?
2.
He led the league in steals.
I understand he led the league. I want to know what defensive metric, because y'all are getting caught up on whole ass narratives when it comes to Gary Payton. What defensive metric do you need for Dominique Wilkins to try to prove this claim?
Because mind you,
the only thing that y'all are hanging on to is defense. Y'all haven't said anything else.
Gary Payton in his prime was
telling me about point guards being better playmakers than small forwards.
But he's not that much worse a scorer. So what do we? He's not that much worse of a scorer to surpass that.
What?
Also, nobody's talked about it, but the pace was at an all-time high in the 80s. Aside from this era,
that's a function of the league, bro. I can't.
And maybe we're underestimating Dominique's defensive capabilities, but the fact is he was still never a defensive player of the year caliber defender, let alone actually won it. That is what it comes down to.
That stretch. So please give me the 4-year stretch, because y'all wanted to deduce this to 4 years, or are we looking at the totalities of their career?
The whole 4 years thing, I just wanted to bring up because I feel like if you can come to the conclusion that Chris Paul is better than Carmelo Anthony because of what he brings offensively, even though Carmelo's a significantly better scorer and defensively Chris Paul is still better. I don't
say that for them.
I don't know why you can come to that same conclusion with Gary Payton and Dominique Wilkins. I just don't.
Hey, Chad has spoken. 14 points. 13 people voted for Gary Payton. 3 voted for Dominique Wilkins.
I don't give a fuck about these little niggas who are 16 and know nothing about basketball. Like, why you keep saying that to me? I don't understand that either.
Because look, it's a democracy.
It's just majority
it's
rules.
It's not a democracy.
It's majority rules.
Because we're not going anywhere by arguing this.
But y'all are. This is.
I'm sorry. The reason why I just want to name other names is because the chances we not about to name 10 players better than Neek is very, very low. Like, we can literally just start naming players. I guarantee we're gonna find someone better than Neek. That's why I don't think we're wasting our time here.
But bro. That's why I don't understand why I don't understand why he's even changing the name right now. Like, dead ass. I don't understand. And you know what's crazy? I don't understand why he's changing the name, and we still have John Havlicek, Walt Frazier, and Elvin Hayes on this list. That's dumb to me. I just gave you everything that Neek did. Hold on. I just gave you everything that Dominique Wilkins did in a much better era of basketball, and we're still hanging on to them. And I'm being so dead ass. Be honest. Just what I just told you about Dominique Wilkins. Do you still think any of those players should still be on this list?
Bezos, I'm going to say it on your behalf. He was talking about your Celtics bias. He has an Atlanta Hawks bias. Come on now.
I'm talking about a nigga that averaged 30 points in an era with Jordan. I'm talking about somebody who won a scoring championship in a harder era, in an era with
so where's Alex
scores.
English? Where's Alex English then? Where's Alex English in these conversations? One of the greatest scorers in the 80s.
Are we saying Alex English and Dominique Wilkins are on the same level? Like, this is what I'm saying. In his prime. You're dead bringing up. Okay, that's a fact. Why is Kyrie not on this list?
I don't, because I thought this whole list was based off of resumes, accomplishments, and greatness, not just off of talent. That's why.
It could take into.
That's why.
That's
dumb, bro.
I'm with Souls on that. It's more than just talent. However, talent is my main factor. That's why I've just stopped reading chat, because at this point we just not listening. We just hate everybody mad at each other type shit. Talent is my biggest factor. No shit, we're talking about the greatest players of all time. However, resume does matter. My whole thing is there's no way we're not about to sit here, name players better. There's no way, even if we're just looking at GP and like, we have to make a decision there. My whole thing is, as talented of Dominique is as a scorer, I can't ignore, and I'm not going the fucking, who is this? Probably Eli ass saying it. I'm not going the whole route of, oh, well, if you give Gary Payton true DPOY value, he'd be the GOAT. I'm not going that far, but he's certainly a better defender than fucking Neek, bro. He's not that much worse than an offensive talent.
What you're saying is the only thing that you can hang your hat on is his defensive ability.
True. But making entirely too.
We're saying
you're talking about a point guard, Sage, versus a small forward. In an era where roles were truly defined. If his thing wasn't playmaking, then that's a dumb conversation to me. Because if Giannis is a power forward, I'm gonna tell you all day of the week, Giannis is a better playmaker than Dirk, and that's dumb, right?
So why again can you come to the conclusion that Chris Paul is better than Carmelo?
I'm about to say that's just inconsistent, because people talk about Curry. People do the Curry KD thing and they bring up playmaking. People do the fucking.
If you need to get a fly swatter, you can.
Yo, fuck this fly, bro.
And that's also acting like Gary Payton.
This fly can suck my dick.
That fly big as shit.
That's also acting like Gary Payton was some sort of like he wasn't a great. He averaged 22 points.
Even at scoring,
he averaged 22 points. He averaged 22 points between 96 and 03 on 35% from three. So
I've been saying I think we can name other names.
This nigga's talking about a time where threes don't matter.
He's taking 5. He's taking 5 a game.
He shot way more threes than almost all point guards in the 90s.
He's taking 5 a game.
Niggas is shooting 29%. I see one year where he's shooting 29% from three.
But he was.
I said 96 through 03. I said 96 through 03. Name a year.
Yes, bro. That's what I'm looking at. In 98, 99, he shot 29.5. We'll round it up. 30%.
Okay, I do see that. I do see that.
Up, nigga.
And you know what? That's crazy. That's crazy, because that brings his average down from the 41 he shot in 96, from the 38 he shot in 98, from the 39 he shot in 2000.
Wasn't one of these years where the 3-point line was closer?
99. 7 to 90.
99.
Somewhere around the 90s.
Oh my God, you're a fucking clown, Cardiac. This is what I'm talking about.
So let me ask you, because Omar, because playoff performances matter to you. Does Gary Payton putting up like 26, 7 and 7 on 44% from the field, 39% from three on 5 threes a game matter at all?
Where are you getting that?
What's reading the playoffs?
2000 NBA playoffs. 31-year-old Gary Payton.
I was reading the playoffs. That was playoffs. That was playoffs.
Do those numbers matter?
It does. In 5 games, it definitely does. And I'm not even going to take it away. I'm not like trying to belittle it. In 5 games, it does.
What about the other stretches where he's putting up like 24, 8-5, 24, 7-3?
Right, and I'm about to give it to you. If that's the case, then over a 12-game stretch, Dominique Wilkins putting up 31, 6, 3 assists and a steal. Does that not matter to you? And a block, because we rounded this heavily. And a block. Does that not matter to you?
That matters.
Over 12 games.
Obviously, all of this matters. But you're the one bringing up that the scoring gap is so big that it just overtakes everything Gary Payton brings to the table.
This nigga doubled his defense.
Bro,
he doubled the block.
That's not what I'm saying. And mind you, I did. Y'all, we round in 5 or more, raise the score. You got to know how to cardiac. We need to have like a limit to who can be on this stream. And I don't want to keep dragging it because we taking it.
Yeah, we're dragging.
My point is,
shout out to the 140 in the chat, bro. Hope y'all are entertained.
Well, my biggest point is it's not just the scoring, even though the scoring.
Actually, if we're rounding 150.
Well,
oh my god.
Even if the scoring is a significant gap, because if we're talking about, we'll take career. I don't know if you want to do that. Gary Payton is averaging. Oh, that's playoffs. I'm sorry, 14 points for the career in his playoff. 16 points for his career, as opposed to Dominique Wilkins 25. And Dominique Wilkins 25, of course, averages in that last season where he averaged 5 points. But I guess that will average in. Well, Gary Payton played a full season that year, so I think that's completely different. But we're talking about 25 versus 16. I don't even think that the scoring conversation is even close. That gap is huge. We're talking about 10 plus points at any given time.
Okay.
But we're also talking about rebounding. We're talking about there's still an element of defense, I guess, because he's not known to y'all for defense for whatever reason. I guess because his tails aren't talked about. But
I know what you didn't just do was when we brought up. I know what you didn't just do was get on us for bringing up assists with Gary Payton because that's his role, but bring up rebounds.
Bro,
a 6'9" small forward.
Y'all are bringing it up. Y'all are bringing it up.
Name different names. I promise you, both of these niggas, some niggas at White probably aren't relevant, dog. Name different names. Name different names. That's getting me tight, dog.
That's been my whole point.
Name different names.
That's been my whole point this whole time. Why are we still having Dominique belongs on this list? Gary Payton can get on this list too. Walt Frazier, John Havlicek, and Elvin Hayes do not belong on this list. So there's 3
let's just name more names. Let's name more names.
Name different names. We'll get back to the niggas in white and green. Please name different names. I don't want to hear one take. Name a different name.
Chris Webber, I believe.
Okay, Chris Webber is in the pool.
He's better than Dominique, so put him on there. Put him on there.
Dominique's not on the list anymore.
That's something I can agree with.
Chris Webber had 5 good years. Put him on there. Shut the fuck up, bro.
Bro, okay. All right, I'm finna dissect.
Name more names.
Tracy McGrady.
Webber.
Chris Webber's already in the pool. Tracy McGrady.
Mr. I can't get out the first round.
This is just a pool. This is just a pool.
I'm just saying, and I'm giving commentary behind all these sorry ass names.
Vince Carter, Tony Parker. Can we put him in there?
Vince Carter, not Tony Parker either. If we're talking Tony Parker versus Jeff Teague, maybe.
Okay, let's put Paul Pierce in the pool. Just in the pool.
I'd rather have Danny Granger over Paul Pierce, if we're being honest. Honestly, James Worthy is better than Paul Pierce. James Worthy is better than Paul Pierce.
I'm just making a pool of players.
I'm just making a pool.
Say names.
Ray Allen.
You ain't throwing on there. Jamal Mashburn should be on this list.
Okay,
basketball.
I thought you were about to say Jamal Crawford, bro. Okay, Mitch Richmond.
I throw him on there. Shit, you got to, I guess. Right, Cardiac?
Chris Mullen. Kevin Johnson. All right, Alex English.
Hold on. Let me see something.
Holy shit! Oh, shout out to Lego for the 10 gifted, man. Hope you're entertained. What else is there?
Hold on. Let's think more modern as well, because That's been like the main thing that everybody involved, whether it's chat on the pod, have been going back and forth. We've done put Luka up here, a name that we probably won't, but you could try to make a case for Kyrie and Embiid.
Okay, let's put him on there.
This is where it gets disrespectful. This
Should
is where
we put? Wait, hold on. Is Dennis Rodman on there?
Make it, but it's probably a conversation.
Dennis Rodman isn't on this list. That's what I'm saying.
Rodman's not
like
here. Rodman's not here.
If we're just talking pure talents and stuff like that, that's where it gets disrespectful to just be adding all these young names and everything like that. People who truly haven't accomplished anything. Y'all want to take those into consideration? Because if that's the case, I could go down the list and just name a bunch of these new age players.
Yeah. Also, if Dennis Rodman. If Dennis Rodman wasn't on there in '97, he's not making it.
Embiid's probably a stretch. I agree with that, but a name like Kyrie Irving definitely has a very underrated resume. Chat spamming Chris Bosh.
No.
Julius Randle.
I don't know.
If C-Web ain't making it, if we're not no blinking at C-Web,
this fight is gonna die, bro. I swear to God.
If that's the case, and I'm not even trying to be funny, have a conversation about Trae Young. Y'all talking about young talents.
Like I said, Joel Embiid probably isn't there. But if we want to go as far as Trey Bartholomew, power to you. But
okay, so let me just ask, like, genuine question. Well, before you go. All right, let me add him on. How do we end this? How do we end this?
Nah, nigga, you started this bullshit. We ended by taking off Elvin fucking Hayes. We start off by taking Elvin Hayes off. We start off, honestly, for real, on a serious tip, I can say my piece and then y'all niggas can go. The travesty of having these players from back in the day when there were eight teams is like dumb. Like, truly is dumb to believe that that's the case. I can make that argument that I already made at the beginning of the show again, but that's a dumb thing to do, to have those people on this list still. Especially when we're talking about potentially missing out on players on the caliber, because I don't think Chris Webber and them, maybe Tracy McGrady has a little bit of an argument, but when we're talking specifically about Dominique Wilkins and we're comparing him versus guys who played in eras where there were 8 teams, like, I don't understand what we're talking about. But that's all I gotta say. Gary Payton can go on this list. Reggie Miller can go on this list. But to leave Elvin Hayes, John Havlicek, and Walt Frazier on this list and subvert Dominique Wilkins again is a miss.
My whole thing is some inconsistencies going on, in the sense of if a guy like fucking what's his fucking name? If players like T-Mac have arguments, if a guy like Neek is so great that despite resume this and that they qualify, then the conversation for those younger players, as ridiculous as it sounds, would then qualify, because why are we going to hold their resumes? Why are we going to bring up their resumes? And I'm not saying I personally do. That's why I'm saying this is a pod list. This ain't my list. But if we're going to talk about players who there's his team accomplishment, they ain't do this and that, blah, 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 but then simultaneously be like, I don't know, Joel Embiid can't make it because he hasn't done anything, that's ridiculous as well, because nobody's about to look at this and they say Joel Embiid is not belonging on the right side as well. So that's what I think is a whole wishy-washy mess. So I think, listen, this is why I don't be fucking doing lists any fucking way. But when I can say for certain is, of all the names on the left so far, I'm looking at, I sleep big time on Mullen. I have to educate myself about him. So if I'm sleeping on him, so be it. A guy like Kyrie Irving, he probably you probably go to the end of time. We could talk about some names being with Kyrie Irving, because Kyrie Irving has a hell of a resume. Yes, he was trash as the one option, whatever, but then even going as to current day basketball, he just had a 50-40-90 season, which I know some of these players can't do. And even though it's not just talent, bitch ass chat and other niggas, at the end of the day, he is one of the more skilled players to touch a basketball. That matters. It is not everything, but it matters. So what are we discussing, Kyrie? Or does he not make the list whatsoever?
To me, he doesn't.
He doesn't.
To me,
I would say
we don't have.
I would say the only names. Yeah, he probably. I'm trying to see anybody on the left that has a case. Does any name so far on the left that has a case of making it over there? Let's do it that way.
Cause hey, me personally, if I was just to do this myself, I'm more so doing this like, I'm doing a top 50 all time list, like who's going where. So me, I still want to have Luka on here. But if I
do think Luka's that good. That's what I'm saying. As resume, as low resume as he has, I think Luka Doncic is one of those players where if a guy like Tracy McGrady is not cool, I think Luka Doncic, on the other hand, is that great of a player that we're just like, bro, that talent gap surpasses several resumes because, my lord, there are some players that will never even dream of doing what Luka's doing.
I agree.
I feel like that's just a lot of that is wrong. But again, I think y'all need to educate yourselves on Dominique. If y'all want to talk about resumes, especially about him and Reggie Miller's resumes and stuff like that, the only reason they're finishing second or third in some of these conversations, and I'm talking about like all NBA, MVP votes, the people that are coming above them, are Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson. Like, that's what we're talking about. The reason why Dominique isn't, well, he made all-star teams, but the reason why he wasn't making all NBA teams is because that forward spot was locked up by Larry Bird. He wasn't making second NBA. He wasn't making starters for Eastern Conference all-stars because Larry Bird is there. So
he was like in a Dame situation. Like,
I guess if you want to say the reason why Dame is never going to be a starter is because Steph Curry, arguably the second greatest point guard of all time, hell, in a lot of people's conversation, arguably the greatest point guard of all time, is in front of him. So I don't understand the guy that's playing second fiddle to some of the best players. If you look at all these MVP awards, him in his prime, he's coming in third, fifth, sixth in MVP voting, all behind niggas like Magic, Michael, Bird, Kevin McHale one year, Chuck the next year. So he's coming behind all of these all-time great players who are unequivocally in the top 10 of all time. And we're saying that guy's not better than Elvin Hayes, than Walt Frazier, than John Havlicek, Gary Payton. All right, that's crazy. Same thing with Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller is not making all-stars games or second team. He's making second team All-NBAs because of Michael Jordan. It's okay, though. It's okay. Niggas that talk basketball for a living.
I'm just saying if John Havlicek's resume is belittled, we can't then simultaneously ignore young resumes. That literally is a logical fallacy. It quite literally is.
Not necessarily. The two are two different topics. But again, because the young resumes are in a league of full of talent and everything like that. I'm gonna belittle John Havlicek's resume because again, I can go through those teams that were in that era.
You can also talk about the rules in that era. You also talk about the rules in there and the spacing in there.
But I just mean there's 3 or 4 teams where they're just zero talent. Like they would not make they wouldn't beat Kentucky from 2015. So when I say that, I can belittle those rosters because those guys are full of nobody. So of course, if you're the only thing smoking, yeah, you're gonna be good. That's the thing that separates it too. If you were the only thing smoking, yeah, you've got to be good. John Havlicek has to be good. If he's the only notable small forward in the league, yeah, you got to be good. Kyrie's in the conversation for third and fourth. And in a lot of those generations, he would clearly be the best.
I'm not pressed to put Kyrie on there. I was just introducing.
No, I'm just as an example. That's all I got to say.
Well, I just feel like again, there's a lot of there's a line that we're literally on right now, and that's really where all the debate is. It's a matter of talent, pure talent versus time and competition, and these are all opinions. Like at the end of the day, this shit really don't matter. But
everyone has a personal top 10. Top 50 list.
That's why I don't do lists, because there's several criteria that go mix and match. You will find several inconsistencies despite any list you do. And at the end of the day, human bias is human nature. It will be introduced, and when it is introduced, it is pretty fucking stupid. So it's why I don't do lists for real. It's dead ass.
Niggas want to slander Russ, but say he's above Dominique Wilkins. I'm just looking at this list. Luka hasn't done anything. I love Luka way more than probably anybody in here.
See, that
Luka hasn't done anything.
Sense. That literally
he's over
Dominique. That literally, bro. That can't make sense. That literally cannot make sense, bro. What part of that makes sense? If Luka Doncic is dominating, if Luka Doncic is out here doing what he does in this era, the same era that's so much better than older eras, you're out there saying guys like Elvin Hayes and John Havlicek shouldn't qualify due to eras. If Luka Doncic is that good in this era, how does it logically make sense? Break it down for me. I treat me like I'm fired, dog. I need you to answer this very clearly, my nigga.
If Johnny has 5 apples.
How does that make sense for then simultaneously you can diss eras for not being good or whatever, but Luka dominates this so-called good era and he doesn't qualify for resume? That literally does not make sense. So explain to me. That does not make sense, my nigga.
I don't understand how you reach back. I don't know how you reach back to the 60s and compared, because again, Luka would be way better than anybody from the 60s. Mind you, again, I believe John Havlicek and them, huh?
So he should be here then. If you're saying he's better than everybody,
that's not what I said. I said over Dominique. But mind you, my real beef is still with the niggas from the 60s.
That wasn't even an argument.
The 60s and the 70s. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying. But mind you, even then, Luka hasn't like dead ass. He's had 3 seasons. We've seen 3 season stretches, and Luka could not play a lick of basketball anymore. And y'all are saying that he's top 50. And I think that was a lot of people's reasoning, like for getting upset with Shaq. And not adding like Dominique, like Chris Webber, like not Chris Webber, but like Reggie Miller, like some of these players who have played a long time.
That's why you were saying that.
And where we rank,
we should add the players from the 2000s, right?
That's what I'm saying. We should have a conversation. We should have had a more serious conversation about the players who have already played their careers and have retired. The people from the early 2000s, because again, Luka could, God forbid, Luka could fuck his shit up tomorrow and never play NBA basketball again. Mm-hmm. And essentially based off of a rookie season and 2 seasons where he ended out in the first round of the playoffs, he did average good numbers. Y'all would say that he's one of the top 50 best players because he's going toe-to-toe
with Kawhi Leonard, at times outperforming Kawhi Leonard, while simultaneously is just clearly on a worse team. On top of that, another argument would be, okay, but where do we rank Shaq right now?
No, again, I get what you're saying, but I'm saying to you, Sage, and again, I would have had an issue with adding Shaq as well. If Luka said I'll never play NBA basketball again today, and you're having 3 seasons, you would compare him to players who like have had full careers and stuff like that? I don't. That's a little bit off to me.
I'd say he was just that much of a better talent. I don't know if depending.
Hey, so Omar, I think that's where the confusion comes in, because when you were talking about Dominique Wilkins, Dominique Wilkins in comparison to John Havlicek, your whole case was Dominique Wilkins as a talent is just better. He's just better. He played better in a better era, and that's why he's over John Havlicek, and that's why John Havlicek shouldn't even be on this list. However, when we bring up Luka in comparison to Dominique Wilkins, in comparison to, heck, Jerry West, when Luka is clearly a better talent than these players, then why is that energy not there for Luka?
I don't think that that's my argument. Well, I can say it's not my argument. John Havlicek, he can be better, worse, same as Dominique Wilkins. Me personally, when you played in the era of 8 teams, unless you are that magical 3 or 4 that we're talking about, and I mean Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, Oscar Robertson, and Jerry, if you're not that magical 4, then I truly don't want to hear an argument for you at all. So I don't think that that's my argument in comparison with like him and Dominique. But again, Luka can be that guy. I am hesitant, and I would say the same about Shaq back then when they did it, about putting guys who have only been in the league for 3 years. I can't put this other finger up right now. 3 years in the top 50. Because if he says tomorrow, I will never play NBA basketball again, I guess you could say that, but what standard are we setting? Because then again, I would say we should have Trae Young in this list.
But I think your basis off of Luka not doing anything would be based off of team accomplishments, is it not? Which you've said throughout the stream should not matter.
Oh, I agree. Again, I'm just saying. And when I say hasn't done anything, I just mean like there's dead ass a 3-year sample. Again, the first 3 years he didn't do anything. But again, are we comparing a 3-year sample to a 15, 20-year sample of somebody and the totality of the career? Like longevity should hold some weight. And again, I'll say it again. If that's the case, Why are we not? Why is Trae Young not at least on the left side of that list?
Because Trae Young probably ain't on that level talent either.
So going back to that longevity argument, that is why John Havlicek and Elvin Hayes are on there. Their longevity is insane.
That's what I'm saying.
Their longevity is insane.
There's no way all three of those points can be consistent. It's impossible. Yeah. Literally.
John Havlicek, you're saying insane. I'm looking at what's that? 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15 years. Elvin Hayes. And I know you want to end this so bad. I just feel like we can just go in circles at this point. We're already like 2 hours in. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, 2 hours in going in circles. So.
Wait, B-Sol, did you kill the fly
already? I wouldn't say longevity is insane, and then I would also say their drop offs are like dumb significant, and their peaks weren't as high as said players that we're talking about as well. But hey, Trae Young averaging 30 points last year is not on that list. All right, go ahead, end it. End this shit.
Wrap it up like a condom.
Well, shout out to everyone. Shout out to everyone that's still here. 142. Hopefully you guys were entertained by the debate. We at least I did. I knew this was gonna cause some havoc somehow, some way, and it did. List is on the screen right here. This is the Let's Keep It a Buck, not individual. This is what we came to as a group, because obviously Sage has disagreements. I have disagreements. Omar definitely has disagreements. Cool Bro and Cardiac thinks Chris Webber should be on there. You feel what I'm saying? Cool Bro probably think Devin Booker should be on there. Do
you not see my hat?
This dude right here. Yeah, I mean, this was a cool activity to do. Hopefully y'all had fun. This will be up on YouTube next week. So if you guys are watching this on YouTube, go ahead, sub to the Twitch. We actually reached our sub goal, but go ahead, sub to the Twitch, man, so y'all can be in the chat for these streams, and number two, to be here live when we do it. But Omar, Sage, Cardiac, Cool Bro, y'all can do the outros, man. Go ahead. Cool, bro.
It's been the affiliates and the members of the Keep It a Buck podcast.
The Keep It a Buck affiliates.
Keep It a Buck affiliates channel coming next week.
Come the fuck on, bro.
I didn't see can say just how.
Y'all niggas got it, bro. Y'all niggas got it. I'm doing. If y'all want to see some Madden 22 gameplay, probably gonna go start my own stream in like 15 minutes. So yeah, just stick with me on that. Otherwise, I'll fuck with y'all later. But yeah, don't ever ask me to do no damn list.
Sanitize.
Don't ever ask me.
Sanitize, wear a mask, Omeezy. I'll be in green room after this to hear some of these dumbass points from these 17-year-olds.
He's out, man.